Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
I can't hear it. There we go. All right, we're back. Are we there? The music just quit.
Yeah, I put you on solo, so you couldn't hear anything.
Only I couldn't. Okay.
Only
Yeah,
you couldn't
stupid.
hear
Freaking out here. Gravy, gravy, gang. What's up?
That's not true. I also couldn't hear it.
Well, yeah, Pat couldn't hear it, but Pat didn't have headphones.
Yeah.
This is a weird start. It's episode 619, Pass the Gravy. I'm Alex with my good buddy Robert, the Hog Barbosa Jokes. And this week joining us, our special guest, Pat Dion. How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the podcast.
Feels good to be here.
Welcome.
Thanks
hey,
for having me.
You know, we've been looking for guests, and I was like, hey, I know just the guy. Robert's like, who you got this week? I was like, you ever heard of Pat Dion? He's like, I've heard of that guy. Hell of a guest.
Security circles know my name.
It's good to see you. Good to see you on the pod, man.
Happy to be here.
I've been, I don't not to brag, but I've been, I've been trying to get in better shape.
Same.
And because I've done that, my phone knows I've done that. So I just get the targeted reels and stuff on Instagram. And I've attached it to our little prep sheet. If you want to go check it out, it's an Instagram that just says spit roast your knees. And there's a lot of the bulletproof your ankles and all that stuff. But today I saw a spit roast your knees thing. And I was like, I'm not going to call it that, man. You're doing too much work on that. You're really, really overthinking. Cream pie your calves, skull fuck your hip, gang bang those glutes. If they do that, what are you doing? What are you doing?
How the fuck is that the name you settle on?
Spit roast
I guess
your thighs.
I'm watching the guy's basically just doing
knees.
one-legged squats with a barbell on either side of his knee. So I
I've
guess
always-
that's spit roasting the knee, but
Yeah, it's supposed to be bulletproof your knee, which I get that. It's foolproof your knee, where it's make it strong so it doesn't get injured if you're working out. And I was like, that's just say bulletproof, okay?
yeah, spit roasting your knee would be like, hey, I'm going to do a squat and then have two guys just hump the shit out of your knee from either side.
Goon your ankles.
I don't like that at all. I'm into gross shit. That was a step
Blumpkin
too
those
far.
pecs. What? But it was just one of those, I saw that, and I was like,
Moisten your calves.
I need to talk about this with the gang. And I was like, I'm not going to call it that. I'm just going to call it, this is a knee exercise.
This should be a wake-up call for you that your life is not going in a good direction. You need to stop working out.
Hey, here are some knee exercises to make your knee strong. What should we call them, dude? Well, we said spit roast your knees. Yeah, dude, that sounds right. It's like a medical term. I'm not going to do that. Okay? Don't. We fitness influencers, you've gone too far.
Finger blast your pecs.
But sometimes there are cool little workouts. If you do this little kind of squat, this little differentiation. I have the little squat board where it's the angled thing, and you sit on that, or you stand on that, and it works different muscles and stuff. I like that, but then they'll show you certain stuff like that. Just give me the exercise, man. I don't need you to call it something fancy.
The closest I
Here's a
pretty much
knee
get-
workout.
The closest I get to exercise, or I guess I should say soreness from exercise these days would be if I just sit in my chair weird watching sports for a long amount of time, all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, my hips were at a weird angle. They feel sore.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got to face fuck your hips, dude. That's what you got to do.
Oh, dude. God damn it. I hate fitness influencers so much.
Yeah, it's I'm not
You
saying
getting a lot of Goggins in your For You page?
No, and it's not the For You. It's just on your feed, because now you don't even need a For You thing.
Yeah.
It just is oh, cool. Hey, we're going to show you that this thing you don't follow anyways.
There's 97 targeted ads.
All right. I'm going to look at the Foot Collective thing and maybe see if I can strengthen my feet, but I'm not going to face fuck my feet, okay? I don't care what you say.
How do you strengthen feet?
Oh, dude, your feet. I don't know if you know this, Pat.
I
Your
don't.
feet are the base of your whole body.
I did know that, actually.
A lot of people, you have your little toe kind of dangle in a little bit, so you're not standing evenly with weight dispersed. And so there's a lot of workouts and stuff. If you put a towel down and you just pinch the towel, you can pull the towel in, and it works on your foot strength, and so then you can spread your toe. Like I have toe spacers.
I was just about to ask about that.
I've slept with them before.
Yeah.
I try. I haven't done it as much lately, but I tried to wear them like an hour a day.
How are they? I was just talking to Sam about them yesterday.
They have the little rubber ones, and they have like the wood ones. I liked the rubber
Why
ones.
the fuck would you get wood ones?
I
Yeah,
don't
that seems
know.
weird.
Because
That
they
seems
can
weird.
charge you more the wood ones. The rubber ones are like $5, I think. But yeah, you just put them between each toe, and it spaces them out evenly. Because if you look at your shoes, like the ones I'm wearing, the ones everybody's wearing, pretty much, you don't have if you don't have like wide-toed shoes, your feet are kind of scrunched in. And so then eventually your feet just like they're used to being that way, and so you're not evenly dispersing stuff. This is a weird way to start this podcast. I'm
You're
sorry,
wearing
everybody.
fucking stilettos? What the hell are you doing? I've never had a pair of shoes where it's like, these are cramped on my feet. I don't
You
buy those shoes.
You don't notice it.
Yeah, you don't notice it.
But like really, your feet
Do you
should
not
be
put
like
the
your
shoe
hands.
on?
Like when you put your hands down, it's like that. But if you always had your hand in a glove like that, eventually, like if you weren't doing stuff to like combat that like it would just be used to that, and then you'd be off centered if you were on. That
I
shit.
learned as a child from my mother, when you go get shoes, put them on and walk up and down the wherever you are.
No, yeah, you're not getting
fucking
shoes.
hallway of
Like I don't think he gets
Academy.
it. I don't think he's
You
getting
didn't
it.
get it. You don't have kids, Pat. You don't get it.
I mean,
It's not anything about
maybe it's
kids.
because for so many years I've worn just good, comfortable shoes because working in a restaurant, I fucking
Right.
need them.
But if you're like cavemen didn't walk around with shoes on.
You don't know that.
Okay, you're right. I don't know that. I think a lot of
Boom,
cavemen
so-
probably didn't walk around with shoes on. If it was
Most
my
probably.
guess. And you know, like the feet have just kind of become like your feet kind of morphed that way. Look at LeBron's feet. LeBron did a whole there was a whole ad.
I
that
don't want
saw.
to look at LeBron's feet.
Well, look at his feet in the beginning of his career. They were all fucking janky, and now he's done the workouts where they're all like and now he's playing into his 40s.
Well, that's because of the steroids
That's true. I didn't think about that.
and just not
Well,
playing
but-
half the season because he's tired.
But if he wasn't on the steroids and doing that stuff for his feet, who knows where he'd be? Anyways, I'm
That's
sorry.
just
I didn't mean to talk about that, but I'm not spit roasting my knees, okay? Don't just come up with different terms, all right? They're just like what is the market on that? Like who are you going after? People that are addicted to porn and working out?
I don't even because I looked at the rest of the guy's page. It's like if all of his workouts were named something like that, I'd be like, okay, he's doing a thing. That's just one really dumb idea.
Is spit roasting a porn thing? Because you've been saying this whole time. I thought it was
Okay,
just,
so do you
I
know?
thought it was a cooking
Don't.
thing.
Okay,
No,
so you
just-
know what a spit roast is, right? It's they have the thing through the middle and
Just
you're
look it
rotating
up.
it over the fire.
Look it
Now
up on the-
imagine if there was a man on either side of a woman.
No, it would have been funnier to make him look it up on a website on the company
You're
Wi-Fi.
spit roasting her because you got a pole through
One
your
in the
end.
front, one in the
Uh-huh.
back.
Okay.
And then she looks like
No.
a piece of meat on a spit roast.
It's a very derogatory way to refer to a woman.
Hey, don't king shame.
I'm not
She-
kink
if-
shame. If she
I
likes
assume
it,
she's
I
in it,
would
she's into
never. Yeah, it sounds derogatory to me. And
A
as
lot of girls go to
feminist, I would
college,
not.
man. Don't shame them for what
That's
they
true.
do there.
Do whatever you want to do, but
Could
yeah,
be a guy in the middle.
It could be a guy also.
could also be a guy.
I'm sure that's happened many times.
Could have also been a guy. But yeah, I'm not spit roasting any of these. Okay, guys, moving on.
Next time you
sorry.
go on your gay camping trip, you should be like, guys, we should work out while we're out here. We're older. Let's spit roast our niece.
All right. Did you guys want to hear? Did you guys want to hear an idea I had?
Nah.
Well, fine. Never mind.
I'm kidding. I love your
Fine.
ideas.
No. Do you want to hear my side hustle idea, or do you want to hear my business idea?
Business first.
Business first. Okay, I think it's the better idea. But why don't we just have double-decker roofs? All right. The idea: double-decker roofs because everything is cooler in the shade. What if your roof also had shade that was just another roof? You put a roof on top of your roof, and then your house is cooler, and you don't have to spend money on all the other stuff.
Now, I know the average person can't. That's going to be very expensive. Well, yeah, why aren't rich people doing this?
Like just double deck the roof. Just put like a pole up and then put another roof.
Or you just have like one platform above. It's all open. It's open to the
Yeah.
sides. But the lower level, you can get some shade. If you want to be up in the sun, sunbathing, you go
also-
up top.
You could also like chill under the second roof,
Exactly.
the top roof,
and-
make it
and-
a little like deck area.
And I don't think it should be flush. I think it should be the top roof is a little bit smaller. So there's an area on the bottom level that does get sun. So you can put your grill on that one.
Okay.
Step back into the shade.
yeah,
Because you don't want the grill underneath the top level.
right.
I think this is a fucking brilliant idea.
Thank you, man. See, I have good ideas sometimes.
When we get fucking loaded rich, man, this is the first thing I'm having my architect.
Just-
First thing will be tunnels inside the house.
Yeah,
Secret tunnels behind walls. second thing, I'm like, I need that secondary roof.
Because it's been getting hot outside, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, it's just if the roof is, it's just
Oh,
beaming down on the roof, so it's making everything come here. It's making the AC work hard. That's how it works. I was like, what if you just put a roof on top of the roof, and then it's in the shade?
You know, I'm gonna have to put in a call to my boy Sketch. He's got supposedly the most expensive house in Austin. It's $20 million.
Oh yeah,
I saw the pictures. I didn't see no double decker roof. I'm big dog. You need to ball out.
Yeah,
a little bit holler.
Like you live in that double decker roof lifestyle, bro. You ain't living if you ain't double decking that roof.
The first rich person to do it, every rich person's gonna do it after.
And like also verbal trademark. Any roof companies do not steal verbal trademark right now. Mine, dibs.
Like it would be perfect on an Airbnb. Like a weekend.
Look up
lake trip.
doubledeckerroof.com, and if it's not available, I am going to purchase it now. And then I'm going to sell it. But if you're a roofing expert or a roofing company watching or listening to this podcast, hit me up at Alex J. Middleton on X, and I'd love to do business with you.
Usually it's like 2 or 3 out of 10 of your ideas
Yeah.
are not stupid.
But this
they're
one-
they're at least fun. This one's actually fun
Yeah.
and good.
and practical.
I have bad news. It is available.
Fuck.
Bad news for your wallet. But it is available.
Oh, the I thought you meant
No,
the-
he was saying
the
the bad news is
website.
that it is available.
Yeah, the
thank God.
website
Thank
is
God. I thought you
available.
meant my invention was already available to buy. All right, I'm going to get it.
Sorry, Elle. You don't get to go to college because Daddy has a lot of websites that he's holding on to.
But if doubledeckerroof.com takes off, might be turning things around. Hey, we had an office trivia night because we sold a West Ham podcast one. Remember that? That was cool.
That was awesome.
Like I gave me $400, and I was like, sure. America's West Ham Podcast.com or American West Ham. I bought all of them. I bought all of those. But yeah, double decker roofs. Let's make that a thing, okay? It's gonna save thousands of electricity bills.
I don't know about that. I think it's just a cool feature to have.
But it would theoretically, because if your roof is cooler, your main roof, not the double decker one, the roof under the double decker roof is cooler, then you would imagine that would make your AC have to work less to cool the house. So then,
Get Bryson DeChambeau to put one in, and then he can try and shoot it through his roofs.
yeah,
Into his hole-in-one at his house.
that'd be cool.
Content, baby.
That'd be cool. You just put a green on the top of the second one,
Oh.
right?
It's just getting
Yeah.
better and better.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with this, but again, verbal trademark, double decker roofs. That's my idea. Dibs. Other business idea. This is a side hustle. I think I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna be an apartment locator.
I've never understood that business.
I don't either, but people will just be like, "Hey, I'm in this area," and I'm like, "Cool," and then I just look on Zillow, and
'Cause,
then I'm
like-
like, "Here is an apartment. You could live here," and then they'll be like, "Okay," and then I think you only get paid if you're like, "I was recommended for this place by so and so," but it's like, I'll just sit on Zillow and be like, "Here's 3 places. Look at these."
Are apartment locators just realtors that can't pass the exam?
Maybe.
Because I still want to help people find a house. I just can't be licensed to
I really
do it.
want to show people where to live, but
And also, nobody can afford houses anymore, so let me just locate their apartments for them. But all the time, it's like they're free, and I guess they get a kickback.
that's
from
why I think you
the-
have to be like, "Did you hear about this from so and so?"
Yeah.
And you'd be like, "I heard about it from."
But also, you could find it for them, and they could just
PTG
not
apartment.
check. They could
Yeah.
just not check that box, and then you don't get paid.
Well, then you find those people and then you rob them because you know where they live.
That's a good point.
That's the whole.
I remember I used one in college.
Yeah,
it
I've
was-
never I just saw. I was picking up a prescription today and I saw apartment locators and I was like, there was like a storefront with it. Okay, like bro, I would just call you.
And that's the other thing is outside of a college town, I'm like, they're probably going to charge me. I'm not going to pay someone to find an apartment for me.
There's that Jeff Goldblum
I have Google.
website that's like, yeah, you can find the apartments. I was like, I'll go on Zillow and be like, these places. What
Yeah.
about here's a link, here's a link, here's a link. And then if you pick one, just say I did it, and it takes me 30 seconds.
Like if you're paying
What
for
part
an
of town
apartment
you in?
locator,
Bam.
you've either got to be the laziest person alive, or you're just
Rich.
so rich at the level that you're like, I don't do anything.
See,
for
that's
myself
what I'm
anymore.
thinking. Because I would
But if
imagine.
you're that rich, why are you looking for a fucking apartment?
Well, I don't know. You want a place in the city? You want a high rise?
Yeah, a place to bang your whores so that your wife in
Who
the
is
suburbs
the
doesn't find out.
Gumas? Yeah.
But
So
then that's another trail right there. You went to an apartment locator.
I'm trying to get in like a side hustle business, and it's like not dealing drugs. I can't do that, but
I mean, this actually is very smart. I could do this because I
might be getting in the roofing
I
industry
just Google
soon.
apartments anyway. Like all the ads come in, I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to see this apartment.
So then Robert's like, hey, Pat, I'd like to find a nice apartment. I'm looking for around this much for rent a month, and it's got to be 2 bedrooms. Deal. Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Link. Zillow. This area. Done.
The ones
and
that make
Robert's
me
just
laugh-
sitting at home doing nothing, and then Robert's like, okay, I like that.
I get them all the time on Instagram as ads, and it's always like, you can live inside the loop for only $1,500 a month, and you click on it, and it's like a studio with 400 square feet. You're like, that's a horrible fucking deal.
It's a shed on the roof of another apartment building.
It's so bad. My favorite is when you look around for
The
apartments
treehouse.
and you come across one, and it's just like a room in somebody's backyard that they built into they turned a shed into a 1-bedroom apartment. You're like, I don't want to live in somebody's backyard.
Over a garage.
It's all like you're looking for a place to live. Okay, here's a random family you can live with now,
Yeah, I feel like I'm a minor league baseball player now.
or like a foreign exchange student.
Yeah, all right. Hey guys, how's the fam?
I didn't play junior hockey in Canada. I don't want to live with a random family.
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna get in the side hustle game, and right now the leading candidate outside of roofing, which is really more of an idea. I'm an ideas guy, but I could also side hustle for doubledeckerroofs.com when I start that. Robert, start working on a logo. Start working on a logo. It's gonna be sick.
Double D's roofing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't want to give out our
Billboards
our special
everywhere with
sauce
just
yet,
giant
but-
titties everywhere.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's my side hustle. Next thing I had. Who do you guys think had a better legacy with food? Was it Caesar and his salad, Julius Caesar? Was it Napoleon with his ice cream? Or was it Benedict Arnold and his eggs?
Ooh. I mean, everybody knows the Caesar salad.
That's what I was leaning
also,
towards.
you spelled it wrong in here.
Doesn't matter.
I think Caesar salad too.
Because Neapolitan ice cream fucks. But
But it's not Napoleon.
it's because of him.
Yeah. Come on, Robert.
But it's not Napoleon.
Oh,
Caesar salad. Caesar salad.
Right, yeah, and I think that might give it the edge.
And also Benedict's eggs. His name is also synonymous with being a
being a
filthy
piece of
little
shit.
traitor.
Yeah, being a little scumbag.
So like the eggs are great, but it doesn't erase your whole legacy.
Yeah, you could call him Egg Saquon if you really wanted to be petty about it. I'm not going to call it that, but other people could call it that. But yeah, I would say that Caesar has the better food legacy, and all it took was getting stabbed in the back by your friends, which is ironic that he was going up against Benedict Arnold in this. Because
I laughed for like
his friends in the back.
5 minutes the other day. I saw a meme and it was just a Caesar salad with like 9 knives sticking out of it. I was like, that'll make me laugh every single fucking time.
It's funny.
Yeah, the Caesar salad is impeccable.
So
It probably is the goat of salads, of just like a basic salad.
yeah,
Like what beats it? A house salad with some peppers and cucumber is good.
dude, have you when you
Greek
go to
salad.
when you go to
good.
Benihana and you get that little, I don't know what the salad's called, with that cool little orange sauce they put on it, like that.
Oh,
fucks.
dude, Asian salad. That's the only one that can compete with the Caesar. I would go to a sushi place and just eat like 5 bowls of salad. I mean, I wouldn't, but I would. It's that good. The salad's that good.
Yeah. So Julius Caesar wins legacy of food. What about drink? Because in the drink category, who had a better legacy in the drink world? Is it Arnold Palmer, Shirley Temple, or Queen Mary? Because she had the Bloody Mary. Like everybody knows all 3 of those drinks.
You know I'm a big alcohol guy. But I got to go with the Arnold Palmer, man.
I was thinking Arnold Palmer too, but is that too like American? And then I was like, golf kind of transcends
I don't give
America.
a fuck about anything outside of America.
Shirley Temple, when you were a kid, it was cool to get a Shirley Temple because you felt like you ordered a drink, even though it wasn't like an alcohol drink.
Oh, I didn't think that way at all. I just like cherries in my Sprite.
That too.
And it was
then
very
you're like,
sweet. And
Yeah,
that's
I'll
the
take
thing.
a Shirley Temple.
Don't get me wrong. Shirley Temple, delicious. Very sweet. Not into drinks that sweet, like as much as an adult.
Yeah.
But I do love the Shirley Temple. Or, dude, you ever kick it up and get a Roy Rogers, little splash of Coke in there?
Is that what it is? Just a Shirley Temple with Coke?
With some Coke in there. Yeah, dude.
It's like a cherry Coke, basically.
It's fucking amazing. And yeah, the Bloody Mary is a great drink. It's a classic drink. It's a drink I got to be in the mood for.
Yeah.
And a lot of places when you order, like everyone makes their Bloody Mary differently.
That makes me think of a ghost though. So that's why it's out
So
for
that's
me.
why it's out.
That's why it's out for me.
And it's like a Queen Mary Not really a monarchy guy.
Also, yeah, British. Don't give a fuck about
Not
it.
really a monarchy guy. We won a war, so we don't have to worry about them. We can steal your drink.
That's how great the Arnold Palmer is. It took tea, not even good tea, southern tea, sweet tea, regular tea, made it good. How'd you do it? Let's add a bunch of sugar and lemons into it.
Yep.
The
And
Arnold
then
Palmer's just, it's a perfect drink.
I kind of want lemonade, but I also want tea. What if we just put them together? Done.
Also, it gave us one of the greatest This Is Sports Center commercials of all time.
It did. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's him. He's in the cafeteria. Arnold Palmer's doing it, and Scott Van Pelt's like, he's doing it. It's him. It's him.
Watching the man make
He's going
Arnold Palmer.
tea, then lemonade, then tea, then lemonade again. Okay.
Now, if you put the John Daly on this list,
What's the John Daly?
it's just an Arnold Palmer with booze in it. Usually vodka, but
Okay.
really you can put whatever, rum, whatever. It's John Daly. The alcohol being there is the important part.
Better drink legacy, though, Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer, without a doubt.
Okay. Are you in agreement with us on this, Robert?
I was thinking Shirley Temple.
Yeah?
I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that, though.
I don't hate it. That's why I was kind of trying to decide. I think those are the two, but then Bloody Mary, you can't say that, like, that's not in the conversation.
An extra case that can be made for the Shirley Temple is people today. There's a lot of people out there that would order Shirley Temple and have no idea that she was an actual person. They would just think that's the name of the drink.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you if I walked out into your office right now, whoever's left in here, if I asked all that, maybe 50% would know that Shirley Temple was a child actress back in like the 20s or 30s, whenever she was.
Yeah.
So her drink legacy is huge. It is now her legacy.
The drink has now surpassed her.
Yeah. Palmer is still up there with it, but he's also still alive.
Golf guy with the drink.
Yeah. One of the greatest golfers of all time.
Yeah. So I think, Shirley Temple, nothing to hate on at all, but I think when you're looking at legacies, which they're all good, I think Arnold Palmer has the best legacy of all of them.
The Arnold Palmer is always good. The other two, sometimes you have to be in the mood for.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about, like, asking people, like, you know what this is? I don't know. I'm thinking Shirley Temple might have it.
But Arizona,
I had no idea what Arnold Palmer was.
Really?
To a few years ago, because I was at Chick-fil-A and they do Sunjoys, and I didn't know
Is
what
it half and half?
I didn't know what a Sunjoy is, and the person there was like, "Oh, do you know what Arnold Palmer is?" I'm like, I said, "No, I have no idea." And they had explained to me that it was the half and half.
Wait, they call it a Sunjoy? I didn't know. I just order an Arnold Palmer when I go.
Yeah, they call it a Sunjoy.
Actually, I call the Chick-fil-A one the Ultimate Palmer because they have the best lemonade and the best sweet tea.
Disagree. I think there's other better sweet teas. I think Raising Cane's has better sweet tea.
Sweet tea and unsweet tea, they're both bad.
I
They're both
disagree. My mom was a diabetic. My mom is a diabetic, and so growing up, we always had unsweet tea, and then you'd mix the tea when we'd do like family stuff when we'd come to Texas. And then when you get older, and you can just I can just get sweet tea myself now. Like when I buy it at the restaurant, like Raising Cane's always go with Raising Cane's sweet tea.
I'm not
It's
mad
a bad
at you saying
take,
that one's
Robert.
better. They're both
It's a
great.
bad take.
Yeah, bad.
Both
Robert.
bad. Just
McKinsey's Barbecue in Huntsville, Texas, has the best sweet tea I've ever had in my entire life.
Well, when I
That-
say the best,
Right?
like,
No,
you can't
but
compare it
but
to
like not like fast food, like
That-
fast food tea or like chain restaurant.
mass produced.
Shout out to McKinsey's Barbecue. That would love to hang out at some point. Maybe send us some barbecue. Be great. Would be great. Those prisoners that got out of New Orleans, they got caught. 2 of them got caught in Huntsville. A lot of people are saying they're trying to go get some sweet tea at McKinsey's.
That made me. I was like, you escape prison and you go to another prison town.
That's where they would least expect you, though. Like, I think it's kind of out. It's like galaxy brain. We're like, you know where they're not gonna look for us? Like the biggest death penalty prison in the country. We definitely wouldn't go there. And it's like, psych, we went there.
Hey, side
Oops,
note,
got
they
caught.
did look there.
They did. No, yeah.
So
Well,
their thinking was flawed.
Huntsville also has like 5 police departments too. They have like 2 university PDs. They have Huntsville PD. They have Texas Department of Criminal Justice. They got a lot. They got a lot of guys out there.
They weren't the smartest group of criminals.
Might be why
They
were
got
in
caught
prison.
twice.
Yeah. There's one guy on the run still, I think. Maybe 2.
You know why? He didn't go to a prison town.
Like, I don't want anything bad to happen, but like when they get out eventually, like you just kind of like, I'm rooting for them.
Should be like a statute of limitations for them to be able to find them. Like, dude, he beat you.
I mean,
he got away.
away with it. Again, hope no one gets hurt.
Of course.
But like, now it's a cool story.
But like, also, if nobody gets fired from this, I feel like
They
that's
did.
negligence
They
by
already
the
fired
prison.
a bunch of people.
Okay, good.
There was like a janitor that turned the water off so they could pull the toilet back and get out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they found the
And then,
co-conspirator.
yeah, there were a couple other people too. But yeah, dude, that'd be so like. Can you imagine? Like, even if you get caught, you're like, I broke out of jail. I'm fucked now, but I broke out of jail. Like, that's sick.
It would be so hard because like the first thing I would want is to go to like a gas station and get like just some sort of boozy drink.
Have you ever thought of how you would break out of jail?
I never would be able to.
I think about it all the time. All right, so what I would do is like say like Robert got in like. He got incorrectly like thrown in prison for something like a crime he didn't commit. I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna save Robert because Robert is a gravy gang man. And like just like myself, I am also a gravy gang. So I would go and I would get a bunch of like I would find the prison that he was in and I would look at the blueprint for it and I would get all of that tattooed on my body, like the entire blueprint, and I would find an escape plan. But then like, oh Alex, you're in prison. You don't have a way to look at the blueprint. They're not going to let you bring a blueprint unless it's tattooed on your body. And then I would do that, and I would be the show Prison Break.
See, personally, if I had to, I would probably get in good with like the warden and people and, you know, make sure they knew I was a good guy. But slowly over the years, I would be digging a hole behind a poster in my wall.
Maybe like, but it's got to be like a hot babe.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's a
Like
hot
a
babe.
hot babe,
Because nobody's going to tear that down because they like looking at it
Right.
too. And then one night when I finally get through, I'm going to wait till there's a thunderstorm.
Wait, but like if you were digging a hole in the wall, how would you like not just have like all the debris? Like wouldn't all that debris be in your cell somewhere?
Well, what I would do is I would put it in my pockets, and then when I went out for yard time, little by little, just kind of drop it out my pant leg. I've thought this through.
Dude.
Yeah,
that's
see,
brilliant.
When you started, I wasn't sure if you were going to go Prison Break or Shawshank.
Yeah, no, I like that.
But I mean, after I was thinking Shawshank. That's the reason I couldn't do it. I can't crawl through poo. Can't do it.
For freedom?
Not even for freedom.
Even if you're going to Ziwa Denejo?
Especially in that prison back then, didn't it look like there was a lot of Aryan Brotherhood back in the day? It was just you were just in prison. I think I could have handled that prison. I didn't have to join a racist gang. I think I would have done
You just
well in
hanging with
prison.
Brooks?
Just be hanging. Dude, you're just hanging with the boys. Yeah, you don't get much freedom. But you know what else you don't get? Nagging.
Yeah.
I could do it. I said for years I should have went in the army. I need to be told what to do.
The guards are pretty naggy.
Yeah, but it's not in a high-pitched, shrill voice, so like you can handle it a little bit.
You just can't call anybody obtuse.
I mean, eventually you can break onto the roof, steal some beers. That's got a pretty good day.
That's a free man right there. Man drinking a beer on top of a roof.
Hey, any day that you can do work outside in the sun and look up at the sky, you're a free man.
And you know what? I would have also been like, hey, warden, you know what would cool down this prison a little bit more? While we're doing work on this roof, what if we installed another roof on top of this roof?
See.
It all goes hand in hand.
I mean, we can use prison labor and prisons as proof of concept for the double-decker roof.
It's a great idea.
You've got connections in Huntsville.
I do. Hunts Vegas.
And you know what? While we're working on that, I can grab one of their guns.
We got
two birds, one
knocked
stone.
out everything, dude. It's perfect. Last thing I had for Precome segment was, do you guys think baseball is the easiest sport to get mad about? I know, football's my 1-1 of sports. I get very mad at football. I've gotten very mad at hockey. I get very mad at all of the sports that I watch when I watch my team. I am a Yankees fan, and I have been so fucking mad at this piece of shit team that went to the World Series last year but blew it away because they sucked and didn't make good decisions and then kept the manager and signed him to a long-term deal. And then the team that we lost the World Series went and did all the things that we should have done, but our manager is a billionaire who thinks he's like a poor guy and won't spend money. That's already frustrating, but then you have football, all kinds of things can go wrong. But in baseball, I feel like it just takes a little bit longer. So you're like, God damn it, there was a fucking ball. Why'd you call it a strike? You're yelling at umps, and then you're mad that somebody's swinging at a stupid pitch, and then somebody doesn't get something, and then an error happens and shit like that. It's like you get to stew in baseball anger more than football, where you're just like, fuck!
Yeah,
and then, all right, somebody's got the ball, now you're watching your defense. You guys hoping they can stop it. Baseball, you're like, it's even with the pitch clock, I feel like you're just stewing. And I turn Yankees games off now. That's a new thing. I'm trying to work on my anger. I'm just like, nope. We're losing 15-2 right now. Fuck you. I'm done. It's off.
Yeah, baseball, every single pitch does give you an an opportunity to get very angry.
And like every time I'm watching stuff, I'm like the Yankees beat the Indians or not the Guardians. Excuse me, bleep that out, Robert. The Yankees beat the Guardians yesterday, and Devin's out there trying to close out the game. And I'm like, he's gonna blow it. He's gonna blow it. And you just get like however many outs worth of that. You get 3 outs, 3 entire outs worth of. We're about to blow it. About to blow it. He's gonna hit a home run. It's over. It's over. Yep. We're gonna go to extras. We're gonna lose in extras. I know how this goes. I've seen this, and then got out of it. And you're like, cool, but I'm not even happy that there was a win. Now I'm just relieved that we didn't blow it.
Another way that you can get super pissed off at baseball is say your team's not really having a great year, but then you have a series coming up against the Rockies, and they're historically on pace to be 20 game margin, the worst team in the history of baseball.
They're on a winning streak, I think, right?
Yeah, and then they go, oh, that's what I was saying. Maybe you're the Marlins and you're like, hey, we're not having a great year, but this team's coming in. Right. This is a series we can get back. And then you get swept by the worst team in the history of baseball. They got swept. Today they lost the 3rd game in a row. Coming into this series, the Rockies had 8 wins. They were 8-50 entering the season, I believe, or the series. They got 3 in a row right there. They got, what's that, 35% of their season wins in the last 3 days?
Are the Rockies the hottest team in baseball right now?
Right now they are, yeah. But also I would like to point out that all this shit that Alex was just talking about, how angry the Yankees are 6.5 games up in their division. They have a winning record.
But it doesn't matter. Like, it's like one of those where, like, I know how this season ends. I can tell you exactly how this season ends. There's going to be a situation where Brett Boone fucking mismanages it. He puts an idiot in that, like, some pitcher that was a starter that you're going to bring in relief that hasn't pitched in fucking 6 weeks and has been injured. And you're like, he's probably good to go in a World Series game. And he's going to give up a fucking bomb. And you're going to lose game 1 and kill all the momentum. And then you're just going to fuck it up again. Like,
see,
that's how it works.
not what you should be mad about. What you should be mad about.
I know what's going to happen.
That
so
Aaron
any
Judge
not win is it just is infuriating. And now wins, I just don't even care about it. I just, like, fast forward me. Like, just, I hate baseball.
Just be mad that Aaron Judge is going to have the best season ever, and then he's going to suck ass in the playoffs. That's what you should be mad about.
We'll have Giancarlo, though.
Also, all that shit about now think about being a fan of the Red Sox this year. They were a 500 team last year. They added an ace. They added Bregman, who was one of the best players in baseball until he got injured right there. He was fucking killing it. They have a sick closer. Somehow this team has found a way. They were like, I think 3 weeks ago, they were 2 games back of the Yankees. They've lost 7 of their last 10. They have the most one-run losses in all of baseball. And as of yesterday, they had passed the Rockies for the most errors in all of baseball.
That's bad.
It's just, yeah. And they're still only 6.5 games out. Like, there's a lot of season. But yeah, everything about baseball is designed to make you angry all the time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, if you 4 runs in the first, then they come out and immediately give up 3 more runs in the second, and somehow Giolito was pitching for all 7 of those fucking runs. They didn't pull him after. He went double, triple, double in the second inning and was still fucking pitching at that point. He had given up 6 runs at that point. Like, get him out of the fucking game.
But, like, Robert, do you don't really watch any other sport besides baseball? Does it make sense what we're saying? Because I feel like you have 9 innings. You don't have 3 periods. Yeah. You don't have 4 quarters. You have 9 innings to just sit and fucking stew. And when shit gets away, like, unless you just turn it off and walk away, you're just like, how did you, why did you pitch that to him? Why did you throw it there? Why? And you're watching the guy try and get out of a jam and just get into more of a jam. And then you're bringing in another idiot that's going to fuck it up or not fuck it up and then get out. And you're like, why didn't you bring this guy in 2 batters earlier? Like, there's all of the what ifs. They also can go into other sports too. But, like, baseball makes me the maddest of all the sports.
I think it makes me a little less mad because I don't get to watch it. I think if I saw the strike zone, if I saw what they were swinging at, what umpires were missing.
That's helped me with the Yankees, just watching the little, like, meter thing where they show the ball. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I listen to it mostly on the radio, so I don't really see all that. So I think that makes me less, like, mad about it. But definitely I can understand, like, definitely it's like when the Astros are in the playoffs and I can then watch it on TV, then I feel that stress and how you could be upset about that.
Also, Angel Hernandez being gone is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because that was just built in. You saw his name on the crew, and immediately you're just angry. Because like he's going to fuck this up somehow. Yeah. And, like, other sports, like, yeah, I get mad at hockey, but there's still times when, like, something happens, and I'm like, I want to yell at the screen, but I honestly don't know what the rule is on that, and I could just be wrong about what's going on in the sport.
I got really mad at the Red Wings throughout the season. Most last-minute goals allowed in the league.
Yeah, I didn't really get
super
that
cool.
mad at the Bruins this year. I just got depressed. I was just, I would look at them like, why? I don't understand. Why are we not better? Why is everything going bad? This is going bad. I don't like this. And it just became sad after a while.
Yeah, like the Giants, I'm just like, I just want to.
Like at least when your team is just
I
bad,
just
you're like, whatever, dude, we're
KMS the
bad.
entire season, and you're like, cool.
That
Week
is bad
one,
for you with the
it's over
Yankees when they give you expectations all year and then they
Like
just suck
I shouldn't even
balls.
have the like I don't. My expectations are that we're going to falter in a very big spot in the postseason. That's going to happen. They'll make the postseason. There's going to be a time where they if they make the wild card, they'll lose in the 3-game wild card series,
And then Boone will get another extension.
and they'll give him a 5-year extension and be like, "Well, it really wasn't his mismanagement the 19th time in a row. It was the fact that we also didn't spend money in the offseason when we could have, and then also that like it wasn't Boone." And we're like, all right. And then next season I'll do the exact same thing. But yeah, baseball I think by far is the easiest sport to be mad about. Like if you were diehard into like one golfer, but like it's not a team sport. If you watch Live,
Yeah.
do you get mad? No one watches Live.
No, and also because it's not like you versus another guy. It's like you versus the field. You're trying to get into an area, be close towards the end. Baseball, no, it's a direct me versus you.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes you, and it's binary. It's a strike or a ball.
And I get
And
very
when they call a ball a strike or a strike a ball, you get very fucking angry at that.
And I get very mad at football.
So
Very
mad.
mad at football. But it's like I feel like stuff change. Like, okay, well, now I got to worry about our defense giving up a touchdown now. Or I got to worry about if we can recover from that mishap on special teams or whatever it is. Like, you're focusing on something else and you're mad still. But, like, baseball, you just sit and stew in it and just... I'll be, like, shaking just watching Devin Williams fucking try and get a save when he should be blowing it. He's about to blow it.
Or God forbid it's not even your team and you just have a bet on a game and you bet on a team to beat a very bad team and then that bad team wins and you just like I can't tell you how many times I'm on my couch late at night watching the late game and like a home run happens in the 8th inning and I just fucking throw my remote to the side like
That's it.
you can't beat the fucking Athletics. Really?
Yeah. Gambling's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, baseball is the easiest sport to be mad about. All right. What'd you guys bring in for Precome segment?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's fine.
I thought about some stuff and then I was like, we got about 4 paragraphs right here. I think we're okay.
We're good. We're good. All right. Robert, did you bring anything in?
Let's see. We're 40 minutes in. I learned about Fish today, the band, and the people, the community who will go to hundreds of shows.
Yeah.
And I was just fascinated by them. I have no idea what genre of music they are.
Like hippie music.
Yeah, like a jam.
It's
band
like
kinda.
Grateful Dead, but like not
I
as
don't know
hardcore.
Grateful Dead either.
Grateful Dead. You ever heard Deadheads?
I've heard Deadheads.
That's the people that just traveled all the Grateful Dead shows.
But I like, what music is that? Is it rock? Is it
It's like
It's
rock,
like
but
hippie
it's mostly
rock kind of.
it's just like
groove
jam.
music, jam bands.
like they play for hours and they just jam, and it's like the Grateful
They're
Dead
songs,
always the
but
Grateful
also
Dead
not
always
really.
jokes like, oh, it's all the same song. By the way, we could go back to Legacy. Cherry Garcia could have
That's a big one.
from the Grateful Dead. That could have been good. But fish also fish food. By the way, have you had the Ben and Jerry's fish food with a PH?
no?
I'm a
It
bluebell man.
rocks. It's chocolate, little chocolatey fishes in it. It slaps. But fish.
I just learned about the band. How about you? Think I knew about the ice cream?
Well, I don't know if you ever seen fish food. Like, why they spell it weird?
He's got a point.
I've never seen. Yeah, but like just like you, I guess I don't have Ben and Jerry's. I don't think I've ever had Ben and Jerry's.
I was gonna say Robert also just doesn't really strike me as an ice cream guy.
No, you don't.
But yeah, also Ben and Jerry's.
My
is like
favorite flavor is vanilla.
overpriced. There you go.
You don't like it because they got too liberal.
I don't like Ben and Jerry's because they built their fucking land on top of Indian land.
Did they?
Yeah, and I think they were like, we were gonna give it back and then didn't.
Oh, I do not know that. But yeah,
I don't
fish.
like Ben or Jerry.
Fish is very Deadhead like, where it's. I would say it's like Grateful Dead light. Like they're diehards. I think they played the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So you just do drugs. You go to the concert. It's 3.5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. You just hang out with your hippie friends, finish your drugs, and you go home. It's like seems like a good time.
It's almost more of the music is there as an excuse to do drugs. It's like it's what
Interesting.
Psychedelic
So,
rock would it be what it is?
I guess so. Yeah, and
American
I was just
rock
thinking about
band,
this.
yeah.
Fish and Grateful Dead, all that psychedelic rock. Was that just EDM before EDM? Like doing the drugs is a big part of
doing
why the
drugs.
music is good.
There's different drugs, probably.
Yeah, but like that's the whole thing is like you get. I mean, it was a lot of acid back then, and you're also doing acid at like fucking like Illfest was this weekend in Austin.
So yeah, I guess they were.
Except it was all the music was also music back then, and it was still pretty good. Now it's just like, hey, we're gonna put sounds out of a computer, but you're gonna be on 9 different realms of existence from acid, so it's gonna sound good. Also, EDM, they did
what it
figure
sounds
out that
like.
they're like, hey, also everyone can dress like a whore and it's acceptable. So that's pretty cool.
That is kind of a cool thing.
That's really sick, actually.
Well, I mean, the Deadheads and stuff, like, they just wore very little clothing also. So they did start it, yeah.
But it wasn't fishnets. It was more of like hemp bras.
Well, Fish probably had some fishnets.
Good point. You think they should probably sell like fishnets?
Yeah. And just make, like, tie-dye fishnets.
That'd be sick. Dude, if they're not doing that.
Verbal trademark. If it's not already trademarked.
If they're not doing that,
We
they're
have
missing
so
out
many
on a
good verbal
fucking
trademarks.
massive.
We have the best verbal trademarks today.
Also, it's sort of related to fish because they do the pH. I found out today that Filipinos when they're called Filipinos they do F, but the Philippines are PH.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was weird.
That is odd.
Why do that?
I never thought of that. Is
Yeah.
weird as shit. Wait, is
Like
that one of
Danny-
those ones where like, but in their language it's an F? It's just in English we use the PH.
It's like Italia instead of Italian.
Yeah, that's what's funny. The country is Italy.
Italy.
They don't call it Italy. It's why is the country not Italia?
Because we are America and we are the boss and we call countries what we want to call them.
America is an Italian word.
Amerigo.
That's true.
And we were
It's an
like,
Italian
look,
name.
Amerigo, cool. We're changing it and making it better. And that's what we did.
Like that'd be like if we like
Just like pizza.
if instead of Sicily we called it like Sisi. Like we just changed the fucking name
That's
of it.
what Cece's
That's what CC's.
is.
No, I get that, but what if we called like in America
That's
the
why
city
Sisi-
was just Sisi?
Cece's Pizza is named after Sicily.
I understand that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what if we called it the wrong name?
That'd be tight.
Like Germany, why the fuck isn't it just Deutschland everywhere? I can
Right.
pronounce that.
I do like when like teams will have like if you're playing an international tournament and like teams have to have like Finland on their shirt and it's like they don't call it that, they call it Helska or whatever it is. Like I like Latvia and we're like, no, it's Latvia, fuck you.
I just wish I could have been the guy that years and years ago were like, we are from Deutschland, and I was like, we're gonna call you Germany.
Well, yeah, that's tough to say. Germany. Why? Don't know.
Because I got used
Germany.
to saying the Germanic peoples back in the day. I don't fucking know. You're Germany.
Germania is where you're from. The Romans
from-
conquered you.
I'm from Italia. Fucking Italy. Fuck you.
What about Italy? We'll say you're Italians, okay? Does that sound good? No? Well, we're bigger than
bad.
you, so shut up. Shut up. Look, we'll give you New Jersey. Shut up. Leave us alone.
Maybe that's why they joined the bad side in World War II, because they were like, you know what? We're just sick of everyone pronouncing our fucking country wrong.
It's Italia.
And then after that, we were like, well, you lost, so now it's Italy
Guess
forever.
what? Guess what, motherfuckers?
Had nothing to do with that they were fascist back then. It was they didn't like the pronunciation of their country.
We don't really talk fascism on this podcast.
Oh, that's just a fact that Benito
Yeah, that
Mussolini
is.
was a fascist.
That is.
It was his actual political party.
Mussolini. The old moose is what they called him.
They should have called him the Moose.
They probably did, but whatever it was in Italian.
We just called him Benny Moose.
They
in
got
America.
who runs Italy now? Is it like the mob guy?
The Pope?
Oh, just imagine probably the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope runs Italy.
I was just like whoever's the head of the mob is probably.
Yeah, like technically he runs the Vatican, but everyone in Italy is Catholic, so he runs the country.
Are they all Catholic? Yeah.
Is Italy allowed to have a fucking governing body anymore? Dude, just make fucking pizza and let us go there for tourism. Shut up.
Yeah. And let the mob do their thing.
Greece sure as shit doesn't have a government. They run out of money every 3 years.
I feel that, right, brother? Hey.
Call me fucking Greece.
Yeah, I learned about the Filipino and Philippines thing from watching Manny Pacquiao.
Filipino.
Because he's like, as a proud Filipino, and it would always be like, they would always have to put like the words he was saying under him sometimes. And then it was like, oh, the Philippines. I knew that was PH for Philippines. But yeah. And I always kind of rooted against him because Philippines sounded too much like Philadelphia.
The only thing I know about the Philippines is they have some sort of, it's like a candy or a snack or something, and it's called puto.
That means bitch, right?
In Spanish,
Does it mean
does,
another
not
thing?
in Filipino.
Because
In
isn't
Filipino, it's a fucking well-known and loved snack.
isn't the P word the word that they say at the Mexican soccer games that got them banned? Because it's a slur.
Puto?
Something like that. All right, we don't need to say. Let's not even get into slurs. We're not.
Hey, how many slurs do you know in other languages?
I just know that was they weren't allowed to have fans at a Mexico game because they kept calling a goalie that, and I thought they were yelling bitch, and I
You
guess
can't
they were
yell
like,
at fucking goalies
No.
anymore in soccer. God, the sport's getting softer by the minute.
It's not America. America, we're just like, you pussy.
No, you can't do that because if you call someone a pussy, then LeBron James throws you out of the game because he can't cake pussy.
Well, LeBron's not a soccer game.
He's a pussy.
It's not a soccer game though. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and get to the Comeback Kids segment where we tell you what's back in the news according to us. And this week, it is brought to you by the Pasta Gravy merch store. You know, I was just looking with my buddy Robert at the Pasta Gravy merch store, and there's flags available. Get your PTG flags. Pew, pew, pew. Just like we said, just in time for summer. Get your PTG flags. Let me go to the website right now, pastagravymerch.com. It's going to be great. I'm excited for it. Yeah, we got the brand new hats. I am wearing my Pasta Gravy Dad hat right now. PTG logo flags. Go get that. Take them with you wherever. Hang them in your room. Buy a bunch. Load up on them. Get several. Give them to your friends. You get the PTG snapback hat in several different colors. We also have the rope golf hat, too, which I really like because it's got the logo on the front, and then right by where the snapback is, it just says Pasta Gravy Podcast, which I think is a cool little touch that Robert put in there. You can get that in multiple colors, too. You can get the PTG Wolfpack Gravy Gang shirt right there, because if you're part of the Gravy Gang, you're part of our Wolfpack. Get the PTG Wolfpack shirt or sticker. It's April Fool's somewhere. Shout out to you guys and gals that know it's always April Fool's somewhere. It doesn't just have to be April 1st. And then we got the regular PTG logo shirts, the PTG sticker pack, the PTG icy shirts, the summer tie-dye hats, the shorts. That's perfect for summer. Go load up on all the Pasta Gravy gear. And I promise you will not be disappointed. We never put ourselves behind a paywall. This is absolutely free on YouTube. It's free wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to help support the people that you get to listen to for free, we would really appreciate it. We don't expect anything, but instead of just like, oh, well, you guys, if you want to see this exclusive content, you got to subscribe to our Patreon for $2 a month. No, just buy a fucking shirt. Send us a picture of you with the shirt or the hat or whatever you get, and we're gonna put you on a Gravy Day post. We'll pimp you out. We'll show pictures of you if you give us the permission to do it. We want you guys repping the pod. So if you want to support the pod, help keep Rob around a little bit, help us keep for these web hosting fees and all that stuff. All you gotta do, head over to pastagravymerch.com. Let us know what you got, then show us a picture of you wearing or rocking whatever you got. The PTG flags finally in the store. We had a whole approval thing we had to wait for from the website, but it got done. And load up on some of the new Pasta Gravy hats, Pasta Gravy flags, and the Pasta Gravy summer shirts. It's perfect, just in time for summer. You got dads? Anybody got dads? I'm a dad.
I have a dad.
Robert has dad too. Everybody's got a dad. But if you were like, Alex, what did you want for Father's Day? Like pastagravymerch.com. Anything off of that, it's great. We should make #1 dad shirts. Just sell it for a week. No, that's for next year. That's for next year.
Time.
Sure, that just says best dad I have.
Best dad ever had. Yeah. But yeah, pastagravymerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
I just thought about how fucked it would be if like you had two gay dads and you got one of them a #1 dad mug. It'd be so fucked up.
You get both of them.
You can't have two #1s.
You would just leave it out there, and then they could fight over who gets it. That's what I would do. I would buy two, actually. I would buy two.
One of these is a fake.
Speaking of Comeback Kid, #1 this week is Pride. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
We should make some rainbow shit.
I saw somebody bitching about Pride Month today, and I typed it out. I didn't send it because I didn't want to be combative, which is unlike me. But I was like, well, I noticed they have Pride Month, but they didn't have this month. And I was like, shut the fuck up. You had Manuary. Shut the fuck up. You already had your month. That's why we have Manuary, fellas. When people are bitching about why they get that, the veterans. why do they have a Pride Month but not a Veterans Month? Like they literally have like Military Appreciation Month, and I believe it was like last month. So you missed it. You didn't pay attention to it. Shut the fuck up. You also had Manuary. Shut the fuck up. That's why we make Manuary, all right? We're not doing it to just be like, when we celebrate dudes, we celebrate guys being dudes. Obviously, that rocks. But like, get out of the way in January, have Manuary, and then you get to use that against anybody that's ever arguing against any month. Very pro Pride Month. Our YouTube has been the Pride Month logo for 5 years now. We just never changed it. I was like, hey, I'm still prideful. I still love Pride Month. It's always Pride Month at Pass Gravy.
I'm happy. I haven't seen anybody bitching about it yet. The only thing I've seen is just people pointing out like, oh, Pride Month, get ready for every corporation to just try and sell you some more gear.
Which I feel like has been less. And then you also get the thing where it's like, so-and-so, like this organization has not come out with a Pride Month post. I'm like, if that makes you feel better as a fan, I think, yeah, just why not do that? But like also, if you're just monitoring every team's social media accounts for Pride Month posts, I think maybe also do something else.
My buddy does like to point out every year in the group chat, he'll be like, look, Astros doing Pride Month again. Rangers still not doing it. I was like, good for you, buddy.
Dallas is a bunch of bigots.
Kind of like the guy bringing it up.
Bunch of bigoted homophobes is what Dallas is. And we already knew that, didn't we? We already knew that. But yeah, happy Pride Month, everybody. Love is love. And be cool with everybody, all right? Be cool with everybody.
Yeah, have fun.
Finals are also back. I guess because you could say that kids are finishing school, so the finals.
No, fuck that.
With
I don't
that,
give a
but
shit about
psych because
kids.
it's the Stanley Cup final, and then parentheses S because it's the Stanley Cup final and the NBA finals. It's not the Stanley
That's
Cup.
weird. I've never noticed that.
They changed it and then they changed it back, and now they're back to final again.
All right.
Fun fact. But yeah, the Panthers and Oilers are going to play game 1 of the Stanley Cup final tonight, the 4th of June, as we're recording this. And then tomorrow night, the 5th, is game 1 of the NBA finals between the Pacers and the Thunder.
I heard a fun way of thinking about it. This is weird because I think I am going for the Canadian team. I want them to win.
We're Americans.
I don't really care either way. One way, like I'd like to see McDavid get his first cup. I love
Marchand.
him. He's incredible. But that's the other thing. I'm like, well, but if the Panthers win, Marshy gets another one. I'm happy. I don't really care. I like McDavid. I'd like to see him. I will be betting probably pretty much just the over every single game.
No, I'm betting Florida. I'm Florida. Team USA, baby.
But yeah, game 1 tonight. I'm so excited. But that also comes with that tinge of, oh no, it's almost over.
That's really what I'm sad about.
But then it's almost football.
But we had the Monday this week where like I was betting college baseball.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, this is all we have right now. We have college baseball and college softball. And
this weekend is a great college baseball. Dude, you just bet the over. Every team scores 15 runs every fucking game. It's awesome.
It's tough though. Like you're just like this. I'm gonna have only baseball, and I just talked about how mad baseball makes me.
So I saw someone describe this NBA Finals as the 2023 World Series, where it was Diamondbacks versus the Rangers.
The Rangers did not win that one, by the way. I was in Mexico. It does not count.
Yeah, but
that makes sense. Yeah,
I guess they're saying it as like they're two teams that people don't really care about.
Yeah, and they're both
These are
smaller
also
market teams.
Like Dallas is a bigger market at least, but yeah, like Indiana and Oklahoma City are probably the two smallest markets, I guess, in the NBA. I don't know. Portland might be smaller. Milwaukee.
I don't think anything's smaller than Oklahoma City.
Indiana's a pretty big city, but
they're still like 20th.
Yeah,
like biggest city.
But they're
in the
very
country.
small markets compared to the LAs and the New Yorks and all of that.
Like it's gonna be a thing. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, look, the ratings are down. Nobody cares." It's like, no, it's just because a lot of people don't watch it unless it's their team. They don't give a shit. And if you're in a major market, there's just more people to be fans of the team.
And then you have bandwagon fans that are not bandwagon fans, but fans that are transplants in other places that'll watch it too, just because it is such a big market. But I don't know.
As long as we don't get Shea flopping all over the court, they're two very fun styles of basketball that they play. They're really good teams, so it should be entertaining at least.
Yeah, I'm a gambler. I'm gonna watch it regardless. So
yeah, I don't know. I'll have it on. It'll be on one of the screens. I don't know how much actual watching will happen.
I think Thunder in 6. What do you got?
Probably Thunder in 5.
Robert, what do you got? Knowing nothing about basketball,
I'm gonna go Pacers in 7.
Pacers in 7.
I love that. I love that. That's more sports.
Love that. Make the graphic.
I would actually really love that.
That would be sick.
It's Indiana, man. All they have is basketball. It means more than
Yeah, I don't care who wins, really. Like, I mean, if Oklahoma City wins, it's a really cool story that they built this team from the ground up, really. And
well,
then
both teams were built because of trading
George.
Paul George.
Yeah, the Pacers got Halliburton and then a lot of pieces, and then the Thunder got a million picks.
Well, the Pacers actually traded for like Oladipo and somebody, and then traded them for Halliburton.
But because of Paul George,
Yeah.
that's how they got it. But yeah, so the finals are back, and I'm pretty stoked about that, but also sad because then sports are done, kind of. And then we just have baseball, which isn't bad.
But then we just start diving into everything that's happening in training camp and football.
yeah,
Because the guys are out there now. Guys are back.
you see
they're
Cam
in.
Scatterbo and that Jackson Dart just being boys.
I wanted Scatterbo so hard for the Packers that it hurts too much to look at him on another team.
They were showing Cam Scatterbo a bunch of NFL legends, and he didn't know who any of them were. Like the pictures of him, and I was like,
NFL legends or Giants legends?
NFL, like Calvin Johnson didn't
Okay.
know who he was.
That's just disrespectful.
He didn't know who I think it was Richard Sherman.
He was probably also like 11 when Megatron retired.
But still, I was just like, this is a bad look. And then I was like, no. All he cares about is ball. All he cares about is ball. He's probably watching his own game film, getting better. I don't want him to know other
dude's a
players.
dog.
He doesn't know other players. He knows what he's got to do.
That dude's such a dog.
He's so sick. Jackson Dart just throwing absolute missiles. Nothing bad's going to happen to the Giants this year. It's going to be fine.
No, it's all going to be fine.
Even though the Madden preview had Micah Parsons sacking Russell Wilson as like the second thing on there.
Packers have an exciting wide receiver.
Yeah.
No, an exciting new one. Like a
New.
rookie
And then you
exciting.
got all
We
the
haven't had
other
an
guys.
exciting rookie
Yeah.
in years.
Everything's going to be fine. Probably Packers Giants NFC Championship. Probably.
For sure.
Probably is.
For sure. It's
I
going to be
don't-
in
no
Lambeau.
one
We're
else
going to
is-
win by 30 for sure.
No one else is going to be good. That brings us to our next discussion, and that's curses. Because did you guys see who the fuck's on Madden this year?
And it's not just the Madden curse that people talk about. He also has to contend with the Offensive Player of the Year curse, which I don't know if you've seen this. The last, I think it's 7 guys have missed at least 6 games the next year after winning Offensive Player of the Year.
Again, real shame if that happens.
It would be fucking horrible.
We don't root for injuries. It would be a real shame, and you would hate to see something like that happen.
It would be so bad if there was a Week 8 game where you just know he was going to backwards hurdles over somebody, but he's currently out for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
with a
and
hamstring.
he can't play anymore. And like also like real shame if like that meant like the Eagles then like led to them falling off, and like the Cowboys maybe also couldn't get things together, and maybe Jaden Daniels has a sophomore slump, and then there's some up and coming team that just kind of picks the perfect year to just go off.
This is like
Maybe
Jalen's 4th year.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Daniel. Sorry.
I was going
thinking
through
Jalen Hurts.
every team.
I was just thinking Jalen Hurts. I was like, motherfucker, he's been around a while.
We're the team of Jays. Besides Dak, we have Jackson, we have Jalen, and we have
Last
Jaden.
time there was a team of Jays, it was when Josh Gordon was on the Browns. He likes smoking weed a lot, Robert.
It's a drug reference, Robert. But yeah, Saquon Barkley on the cover of Madden. That's never gone wrong for anybody before.
Shame. I mean, I'll never see it because I don't buy Madden anymore.
I don't
It's
either.
fucking horrible.
Again,
but-
it was an anger management thing. I broke too many controllers. Those became very expensive after a while. They weren't $25. They were
that being
like,
said, I can't wait to buy the new NCAA.
I'm not doing that either.
I'm fucking doing it every
Nope.
year. I don't give a
Not
shit,
gonna do
dude.
it. I'm gonna play Fortnite.
I'm going to
Play
win fucking 9 Heismans and 9 championships with both Notre Dame and Texas State. And then I'll get ready for the next year's game.
I'm gonna play my little children's game that I play to wind down at night sometimes, and I'm gonna shut up, and that's it. That's all I need.
You're such an adult, dude.
That's all I need. But curses are back. Shout out to Saquon. Congratulations on getting on the definitely not cursed cover of Madden.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, dude.
Good luck tush pushing when you don't have your
Yeah.
fucking beast running back behind you.
Great, good luck, buddy.
Lose your center
Good
and
luck.
your running back. That's not going to be effective this year.
Okay. What do we got next? What do you have for Comeback Kid?
I had golf, but not just golf, the weirdness of the sport. So this is my favorite major coming up, even more so than the Masters, the U.S. Open, because truly anybody can walk out there and make it. There's qualifiers. They call it the longest day in sport. Or is it just longest day in sports or longest day in golf? Either way, you play 36 holes, 2 rounds of golf back-to-back to try and qualify in your regionals to actually get to go. One of the players who made it this year is 17 years old. He shot back-to-back 9 unders. But that's not my favorite golfer from the qualifying for the U.S. Open. My favorite is there was a guy who was a truck driver, and he had a really good round 1. And to celebrate, him and his dad went out to dinner. He realized once they got to dinner, he never turned in his scorecard, and he got disqualified, so he didn't have a chance to even make it to the U.S. Open.
Just, hey.
The fucking weirdness of that sport is so beautiful at all times.
There are rules here.
People get so mad over golf rules, but I love those little weird shits about it. It's like, well, sorry, the team behind you already turned in their scorecard. You could have doctored it after. No.
That's true. That's true.
And now also just U.S. Open. I love watching I don't really care about watching golf, but watching the majors are fucking great.
Yeah, like I'll keep it on.
Especially because I don't know if you saw it. Have you seen pictures from the course?
No.
Root for the course this weekend, buddy.
There's a lot of guys that root for the players. We root for the course.
The rough is like 6 inches high. I saw another, which they do this for every major now. There'll be one guy like a week before that walks over and drops a ball into the grass and it just fucking disappears. You're like, oh, this is going to be a sick tournament. I'm excited.
If I was designing a golf course, I would just, instead of the water, I would just have lava traps.
I would have concrete.
Like it's a lava hazard.
Like you really don't want to hit it in that bunker because if you do, it's not a bunker. It's concrete. It's going to shoot an extra 60 yards out of bounds.
I also put a lot of snakes.
No snakes.
Snakes in there.
Now, I wish they did
And
do,
bees.
if they had one pro golf tournament a year that was a greenskeeper's revenge, where they just had weird tractors and shit all over there in the way, that would be a fucking awesome
Just like
tournament.
an abandoned golf course. They're just like, you gotta go play. It hasn't been mowed in 6 years.
We're going to send you out to some shitty little town in West Texas.
Play at Bear Creek.
Put them on a course that just got aerated. All the greens are fucked up, but you still have to putt.
Why are all these little mud balls are in it? Shut the fuck up and putt.
That would be fun to watch the pros actually deal with the elements that we, the average man, has to deal with.
I would want to have like a real golf course, but the greens are all just putt greens. Like there's like a clown mouth you got to go through. There's a windmill, and it's like it's only when you get to the greens.
What if we had the John Daly Open, where you had to get hammered while you were playing?
You had to have, we used to play. I mean like years ago. Every beer was a stroke off your score, which was still not helpful to our score, but.
Hell, I might be able to break 90 at that pace.
But you got to finish the beers by the time like you finish your last hole. So you got to be following on. But it'd be funny to just be like, shit, this guy's Scotty Scheffler is 6 strokes ahead, and you just see like Rory's just like go. Up, Scotty is 3 strokes ahead.
How much do I get for liquor? Because I usually drink a Gatorade bottle full of Pink Whitney.
Nope, got to be beers. Got to be beers. Yeah, golf's cool.
Golf is
cool.
back.
It's back, baby. All right, let's move on to the not cool segment where we tell you what's not cool this week to us. We like it when you guys participate as well. Hit us up on X. We're at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. And if you stub your toe, that's not cool. If you're just mad about baseball sometimes, that's also not cool. There's varying degrees of not cool. And we like it. It's just kind of a vent sesh. If you want to vent to us, try and explain it where it's like dumbed down enough to where we're going to understand it. It's not too specific about certain things. And, it's like 3-4 sentences where we can read it to people. But at Pass Great Pod, use hashtag PTG not cool. This is the not cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, our first viewer submitted not cool is from Raimundo Benavides at KMundoB on X. And Raimundo says his not cool is having to spend $3,000 to get my car fixed. I waited too long to get too many things done all at once. That is the worst, where you're just like, I heard this, and then a check engine light came on. You're like, all right, well, while you're there, like, I also had this thing. Can you take a look at that? And then, the filter needs. Yeah, I guess the filter does need to get replaced. And like, well, while we were in there, we noticed you had this. We had to replace this too, and it's like, fuck. It adds up quick.
Very quick.
Adds up very quick.
That fucking. So we say it all the time. Car troubles anything. It's awful and it's expensive. And you're just like, I might be without a car for like a week. I have no idea how long this is going to take
like,
to
let me
fix.
just give you my next 2 months rent real fast.
Oh, God.
And you can just give me a car so I can then hopefully still go work. Neat.
Oh, no, that sucks so bad.
That
I'm
does
sorry,
suck,
buddy.
dude. That really sucks. Our next not cool is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix. This is a serious one. And she says, you guys all know about the stories I've told you guys on the podcast about my father-in-law. So Ashley, remember when she would talk about her father-in-law walking around the house naked, doing some silly stuff?
Just watching porn with the door open.
Just like guy stuff, you know?
Just a guy.
Maybe not in a family home, I guess. I don't know. But she says, my father-in-law passed away on Monday morning at the age of 93, and he's reunited with his wife. That's still sad. I know that they were close with him. I know that he lived with them, and we were thinking about you, Ashley. We're thinking about Sergio. We're thinking about Xander. Love you guys, and I know it's been a rough go with the loss of the dog in the last month or so, and this. And we're here for you. You got the Gravy Gang. I'm wearing my Gravy Gang bracelet right now. Shout out to Deb. Gravy Gang's got your back, dude. Always got your back. But we love you, and I hope that the whole everything following this, you just imagine, think about the happy times. 93 years was a good run.
That's a very good. That's
still,
what I
you
said.
don't ever want it to end. You don't ever
No,
want
you
it to
don't.
end.
But you try and think on the positive. He gets to reunite with his wife now. That picture she shared, him and Sergio were like identical
Well,
twins.
he could be Sergio's dad.
You dick.
But
T's and P's, Ashley. We're all thinking
not
about
to make
you.
light of it. We love you guys.
If you happen to find on his desk anywhere any passwords written down to some certain sites that you want to pass along to somebody, I'll help keep his memory alive.
At not Pat Dion. Next up, we got David Ruiz at David_Ruiz90, and he says his not cool is my wife forgot to pack my lunch.
Divorce. Like that's so inconsistent.
I mean, what guy you can't eat?
Would she expect you to get your own food fucking ready?
Guys can't eat now? Huh? You're out here busting your balls every day, making sure you're educating the youth of America, the future of America. You are molding minds. How are you going to do that on an empty stomach?
Counterpoint. Does that mean you got to have school lunch? Wait, is school lunch good anymore? Does it suck now?
Oh, not because it's got to be healthy.
Yeah, and all that stupid crap. But imagine how.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
How it was actually Michelle. Yeah, Michelle Obama. It was her.
I don't know. I just like saying that they still.
She was the one that spearheaded it. But how sick would it have been if
Someone's
you're
gonna
like,
make a
damn
clip
it,
and
my
run
wife
with
forgot
that.
my lunch, and then you go and it's square pizza day
That
or
might-
rectangle pizza.
It might
That
have
would be
turned out to
sick.
be okay.
But judging from his reaction, probably not.
Might not have been.
And it's not even like he can be like, you know what? Did you get back at you? I'm going to Hooters for lunch. He doesn't have time to do that. He's got to stay on school grounds.
And you know what? I'm going to be lenient here. I think you get one time, you get to forget to make your man's lunch. I understand that lots of things going on. You got the kid. You got a lot of moving parts in that household. The Ruiz household is very, very busy right now. Second time happens again. Not separation, or not divorce, but separation. And then you still got to, you're going to have to start trucking over the stuff, all right? It's going to be okay, David. Appreciate you, buddy. Sorry, that sucks.
I hope you got to eat. I hope he didn't just have to miss lunch because he didn't have time to go get anything.
I was going to mold minds, dude.
Because at that point, you just say, fuck it. You wheel in a TV and you go, we're watching movies the rest of the day. I can't do this.
Blue Planet. Let's go.
I'm not hungover, but I didn't have lunch and I'm cranky.
That's what my science teacher used to do. He'd just, we want to do a Blue Planet day? Like, I would love to do a Blue Planet day. Yeah. And you watch David Attenborough be like, the squid, the massive squid, yes, it catches its lunch. And you're like, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime.
Also, just anything you learn on Blue Planet will be just as good as anything you learn in high school science. You don't need any of that shit.
Yeah, it was aquatic science, so I would watch it in. So it was like appropriate. No, we're learning the whole ocean.
Yeah, it was a bullshit senior blow-off class.
It was sick. We had to raise. We had to keep a fish tank alive. But they've got to be from like a side of the part, like similar areas of the world. I was like, oh, like PetSmart.
I remember it was like between that and then we had just started a sports management class. And I was like, that seems like way less work. I'm taking that
sports
one.
management too. That was cool with Coach Asaro, Van Chancellor's daughter.
Yep, I remember he came in. I met him.
The greatest dynasty in all of sports history. The head coach of the Houston Comets, back to back to back
To back.
to back champions of the WNBA. Man,
Back when the league was pure and real good.
don't.
Before all this bullshit
Lisa
talking
Leslie.
points.
Lisa Leslie would have never.
They all loved each other.
Back before we called it the W. Back in my day, we only had one W, and he was my president.
Back in the good days before there was people in the stands.
Hey, 2-0, by the way. WNBA fantasy, buddy. 2-0.
19th Amendments,
19th
man.
Amendments are fucking powerhouses.
Every time I think about it, it's the greatest fantasy name of all time.
And then if anybody asks you why, you could just say that they're bigots. Like it's an easy just setup for anybody.
Like, oh, you don't love women and you also don't know U.S. history.
How many
Get out of my country.
amendments do you know then, Alex? I know like 3.
Yeah, I think there's like 3.
No, there's obviously 19 or more.
I know the first. I know the 19th.
Well, I know bare arms
and I know the
is
second.
2,
1, 2, and 7.
Free
1, 2, and
speech.
19.
and then 19.
Somewhere,
And then
I want to say 6 is
one
where
was
the government can't put
prohibition.
soldiers in your house.
That might be 3rd. Yeah, you
I think
can't
it's
quarter
6.
troops.
Yeah, I think it's 6. I could be fucking way off. But, I know a couple.
We should do that next week. Let's just Robert will pull up the amendments and we'll run down them and see how many we can name. And I bet you it's going to be 4.
I mean, those were written a long time ago. Maybe we should write our own new amendments.
We should amend all of the Constitution. All right. Who wants to go first?
I will. I got 2. One of them is I went to go get my registration sticker.
Mm-hmm.
I found out also this week that you can just go to like most Kroger's and Targets and
Yeah.
and get that done. I had no.
You just got to
fucking
get
idea.
the little slip from
Yeah,
when you
I
get
was
it.
I was gonna look for like a tax office and go drive it, and the only one I know is like out in Katy, and I was having beers with my buddy. He's like, "No, dude, you can go to HEB." So I did that, but when I pulled up, I forgot that letter. Like I had my inspection, but you
Yeah.
also need like a.
You're like, can't you just trust me?
I just forgot it at home. So then I said, "Fuck that! I'm not turning around." So I did it online, and now I'm still waiting for my sticker to.
Oh,
I
shit.
did it the last day on the 31st.
So you have the sticker, so you have proof. If you
No,
get
I don't
pulled
have a
over,
sticker.
right? Oh,
I have the email saying that it's done. So if I get pulled
Yeah,
over, I'm
you're
fine.
good.
But I can also be pulled over because my dumb ass just forgot the thing on my couch and then didn't want to bring it, go back.
I have paper plates, and I have like a week left on those paper plates, and I'm still waiting on the dealership to call me and be like, "Hey, get your plates." I'm like, "What do I do if they don't?"
I saw this thing. I think it was Steve Jobs. He used to take advantage of this. It was like a rule in California where you could go 6 months without even having to put plates on your car. You could just have nothing there. And he had a deal with like a Mercedes-Benz dealership where every 6 months he would just swap it out for a new one. So he never got plates on his cars.
That's a really rich guy move.
Yeah, super rich guy move. I think they since closed it because it was just Jobs being a dick. Like, of course he can afford it. He doesn't care. He just likes pissing people off where he can or
You just
could.
don't want to have license. You can commit so many crimes.
So many crimes. So that was my first one, just being an idiot. So now I have to hope I don't get pulled over everywhere I go. My main one is lemons. I'm so fucking angry. It's driving me nuts. So at work, we have up on the, where the food comes out and then I get it ready and it goes to the table. We used to have, we would cut lemons in half and then it just we would wrap this little thing around it. So, and then put that with the fish. So you squeeze it, you never have to worry about seeds coming out because it's like a little mesh thing. All the juice comes right through. Well, we have since been buying seedless lemons so that we don't have to buy the wraps. It saves money. We can
How
cut
do they
them into
make
quarters.
those? How?
Fucking
How?
science, dude.
That's not a real thing.
It is, and they're good. But
Like
the
when
problem
A&M
with
made
that is
maroon
now,
bonnets, I'm like, that's not normal. Don't.
the problem with it is now instead of it just being a half in a wrapper where I can just because we keep them underneath. I don't know if you know this. Most things in a restaurant are not built for tall people.
Why?
Not a lot of tall people working historically in restaurants. A lot of
Okay.
time you do get shorter people. But it's just slightly underneath and like the shelf underneath where it is, it used to just be I could reach down, grab a lemon because it's in a wrap thing, throw it on the plate, no problem. Now we've got like a little bucket with the lemon slices on it like you would put on a tea. But I've got these little fucking tongs to grab them out. So I constantly have to like reach down underneath inside the bucket. You're trying to grab it. They're fucking tiny little tongs. You're either not grabbing any
The
continually.
ones that like don't really open all the way.
They're like little metal ones that just
They're just like a little.
yeah, they're like serving tongs. So when you get an appetizer, we put that on there so
Right.
you can serve. But like for me, half the time the lemon won't be cut all the way through to the very tip. So you're trying to grab one, you grab two. As you pull it out, one of them goes flying off, and I fucking lose like 9 lemons a goddamn day because of this. I've been
And the
complaining. to
seedless
everybody.
lemons, the expensive ones.
It has been the bane of my existence for the last month. Every day I get irate, like physically boiling up with anger at lemons.
I would too.
It's the
I can see
dumbest,
why.
smallest little fucking thing. Really, what would fix it all is if we just got a solid pair of like decent tongs that open a little wider so it'd be easier. But then I'd still be grabbing 3 fucking lemons when I need one. One of them falls. That's a way.
You know what you need to do is you need to bring your own set of tongs and then buy a lock and then be like, this is my tongs. You guys didn't give us real tongs. These are mine.
I keep telling my bosses, like, the next lemon I drop, I'm throwing all these against the wall and we don't have lemons anymore.
We're going
Nobody's
lime.
going to be like, can I get
Only
some lemon for my
limes.
fish? No, fuck you.
You want lime for your fish? We got that. Go to the bar.
Back-to-back tables today. I dropped a lemon and I got really angry. And my boss is standing there. And then the next one I reached for, I dropped another one and he just started laughing because he could see how fucking mad I was getting. I mean, like, I'm getting hot just thinking about it.
No, like that seems like that's the worst.
Oh, it's
That
so
does suck.
frustrating. It's very frustrating. I hate it.
That does suck.
That's it.
That's a good not cool.
Thank you.
Mine is that Pat has still not tried frozen Go-Gurt.
I did, Robert.
I know you did.
I ordered a pack of
How was
berry
it?
Go-Gurts, threw that bad boy in the freezer, waited a day. What a little treat. It was a hot day. Came in from a run. Was like, you know what? Haven't had lunch yet. Go-Gurt time. But I mean, I'm kind of on the go. I don't want to get a bowl and a spoon out. Fucking got a little. It's like a little freezy pop, but also yogurt. It's healthy for me.
Well, in my defense, Robert, I kind of only want it if I can steal it from a child.
Alex ordered them on the podcast last week.
Literally, and it
I
came
don't
the
want to
next
pay
day.
for them. I want somebody else to buy them, and I want to steal them. That seems more fun for me. Also, I'm probably going to have to stop by the grocery store on the way home, so I might get some then.
There you go.
But also, if I buy them, is the child then going to eat my Go-Gurt? That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. I can steal his food. He can't take mine.
That's fair.
Don't you have a fridge somewhere?
Yes.
A mini fridge, I mean?
No.
Get you one.
No, you have one, right?
I do.
Yeah, you have one.
It was a wedding present. It was
I'm
a
not-
sick wedding gift.
The only place I would put it is next to me on the couch, and I'm not putting a fucking mini fridge on carpet.
That's what you do for it. Mine's on carpet, or was on carpet. You have a little stand. You put the stand down. Then you
See,
put
now
the
I got to buy
fridge-
fucking 2 things?
Well, a lot of times they come with it. Or mine did. Actually, I didn't buy it.
No, dude,
so.
it's summer. The kids home all the time. There's definitely going to be Go-Gurt in the house soon. I'm not
Hopefully.
worried about it.
Hopefully, and throw one of those bad boys in the freezer. The kid's not looking for it in the freezer.
I'm going to throw it in the freezer, and then I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to fucking eat it while I'm making eye contact. Okay? I'm
You should
stealing
write your
Go-Gurt.
name on his Go-Gurts.
That's actually a good idea.
No, these are mine. They have my name on them.
My sister was telling me he's getting real chippy lately, talking back. I was like, I'll fucking eat all of his goddamn
I
Go-Gurt.
know exactly what I could do to get rid of this. Smack him with the frozen Go-Gurt first.
You know, I tell
Sorry,
people,
I had to loosen it up.
I tell people to hit children all the time, and nobody seems receptive to it anymore. We used to be a proper country.
Used to be a proper country. That's solid. That's pretty solid. I have 2 not cools. My first one is the Yankees were getting blown out on Saturday, so I drank a lot and then went out with a friend to a bar until like 2 a.m. and I can't do that anymore.
Pussy.
I'm not built to close bars anymher.
Are you just not built to close bars after day drinking already?
That also might be it, but like young Alex, that was nothing. Took a 5-hour energy. I was ready to go. Got an Uber. There's a bar with like they had a cigarette machine. Didn't smoke cigarettes, but I was like, you know, a bar's cool when they still got a cigarette machine in 2025. Like this Bar Fox.
The one I've been
Couldn't
going to a
handle
lot
it.
lately has it, and I love it.
Couldn't handle it. I was dead the next day. I went for a run and just poured alcohol out of my pores. Like I could smell it. I was like, that's beer right there. That's beer right there. But so yeah, I'm not made like I used to be. And then my other one is
Tragic.
I got a little armadillo problem on our hands. We have a deck that it's like an elevated deck by like a foot or so, and they've burrowed under there, and I think they had babies, and now we have like baby armadillos. And they're
Shotgun.
they're very cute, but like they make this sound at night.
That probably sounds great in people's headphones.
So we'll hear that at night, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
You know how you stop hearing that at night? Shotgun.
Well, if you look, a lot of them can carry leprosy and even rabies.
So kill them.
but they're very cute. And then I looked up like how to get rid of them online, and it said that they usually have they have babies in 4s, and then they usually scurry for food and hang out, and then they scurry off after like 2 weeks. And so I'm like, what if we just have like a pack that we shut the fuck up at night, and then we like you can sleep during the day. I won't bother you guys, but now I kind of want to go on my little balcony and be like, yeah. Like, you like that, you fucks? Like, there's other ways to get rid of them, but I'm thinking I'm gonna wait 2 weeks.
Just throw. Let's just say throw a bunch of poison under there, but what if Wheezy gets in there?
Wheezy gets it. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get an exterminator.
Yeah, and then that's like because I have a landlord, so then I have to call the landlord. Is then gonna have to do that, and then I don't know if they're gonna call him on time. It's like I'm gonna wait 2 weeks and then I'm gonna address it, that's really like at night. We're like a weekend already, so
call
really
your landlord so that in 2 weeks a guy will show up and take care of it.
We thought it was like a bird for a long. I was like, what is
It
that?
sounded like a bird.
Yeah, I was like, what is that squawking bird? And then so I walk my dog before I go to work in the morning. It was like almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and Wheezy does not like when cats or armadillos are out, and we saw him in this little like it's that like tall like it's like shrub, but it's grass basically that like put by a bunch of trees and complexes and shit like that. And we were walking over there, and I saw an armadillo, and Wheezy freaked out, and it ran and like tried to like hide, and I thought they were supposed to be slow. They're pretty fast.
Oh yeah, they fucking skedaddle.
He kind of booked it, and they jumped. He jumped up and then ran off, and I was like, that was cool. And then I was going to my front door, and he's fucking standing there in the bush. Like, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of here! And then he ran under my deck, and I was like, you motherfuckers are living here. That's what that is. And I looked up armadillo sounds that I just played for you guys, and I was like, that's what that fucking noise is. So like it's been a little over a week now. So hopefully
put some boards around it so they can't get in there.
Then they die, and it stinks up the place.
Well, you got to make sure they're out first.
Well, they don't like light, so you could put a bunch of stuff there. You could also put there's all kind of, there's like pepper you could put down there where it like
get one of those like 80,000 those like 80,000 lumen flashlights.
Yeah.
And at night, just like stick that into the hole and click it on because it's not going to disturb your neighbors. It's just going to completely light up underneath there.
And I could also get a shovel and just patch up the little hole every time.
Or you could bash it to death with a shovel.
They have to dig out every time, and then they might be annoyed and be like, I'm going to just go over here, like go to someone else's house. Because there's another deck like mine, like 3 houses down, and I'm like, just go to them. I was like, I thought it was bats at first, and the walls. I thought it was a bird.
I'm gonna text your fucking wife. I'm like, can you please just call the landlord?
No, it's gonna be
otherwise
fine.
it's gonna go on for a month.
I looked it up. Reddit doesn't ever lie. There was a guy on Reddit had all the answers, almost too many answers, and I was like, if I just wait 2 weeks, then we'll deal with it.
You could put up a Reddit post that says free armadillos to a good home. Some weirdo will probably come take them.
Look, armadillos have done nothing wrong to me.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody will come take them.
They seem chill. They're just like I'm trying to start a family right now too. You know, like how can I tell them like, hey, look, I know that maybe that's what.
And they're encroaching on your family space. You should kill them.
But maybe that's what drew them in to us. They were like, look at this family. They already got a young one. They're working on another young one. Hey, guess what I'm working on? A family of my own. And
Alex is gonna come in 3 weeks and be like, so I have leprosy. Got bit by an armadillo.
No, I'll just talk to Jesus. Go to church. He'll heal me. That's how it works. You read the Bible? Jeez. This.
Just call your fucking landlord.
So yeah, I might have an armadillo problem, but also they're very cute. I don't want to mess with it.
You're just gonna have them dillo problems,
When
dude.
he jumped, I was like, I can't. Like, dude, just don't live here. Just live somewhere else. And honestly, live there quietly. If you just didn't squawk at night, like I'm cool with you, buddy.
Also, a little cartoon armadillo would be sick as the mascot for double-decker roofs.
Yep. All right. In Texas, put like a Texas logo around
Double
the state of
decker.
Texas. There's an armadillo on top of the second roof.
He'll be daring the dillo.
PTG double-decker roofs. PTG double Ds.
I love it.
Yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, armadillos, cute, but loud.
I'm gonna get
then-
drunk and get a gun, and I'm gonna come over and kill all your armadillos.
If you look at all the stuff that they do positive for the environment, like they get rid of a bunch of grubs and bugs and roaches and shit like that. Like they get rid of shit that you like don't want. So like there's a good thing. I'm like,
they
hey.
could also bite your dog, and she could get sick and die.
No, they're very scared of my dog. She's
yeah, but if she
very
attacks it and backs it into a corner,
she won't. I won't let her.
she could jar free from your grip.
Better. But yeah, armadillos. Those are my not cool, but they're also very cute still. So nothing against armadillos. Any armadillos listening to this, please hit me up. I will tell you where I live. You can come talk to your friends and be like, "Yo, stop being so loud at night." He's gonna let you live here. Just stop being loud at night. All right. That was our not cool segment. Let's move on to the answer segment. We do the Precome segment where we ask the questions, we pitch the ideas, we argue over food and drink legacies, and this is your turn. The answer segment. You hit us up on X. We're at PassGrayPod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers, and ask us if you want to know what color a number is, or what number a color is, what random stuff smells like. You want to know some parenting advice, some relationship advice. You want to know medical advice? We're experts on all that stuff, really. Power ranking, best people at power ranking anything. Give us 5 similarly related things, and we'll power rank the fuck out of them better than anyone else in the world. At PassGrayPod on X, use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how you can search for, or that's how we will search for them and find them. That's how we prefer to find them. You can also email us, but we do check X first. Again, at PassGrayPod, hashtag PTG Answers. If you want to email them to us, passthegravypod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject so we can filter through them that way. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
And if you're not watching us on YouTube, know that every episode of Pass Gravy Podcast is available on YouTube, youtube.com/Pass the Gravy Podcast. Just search Pass Gravy Podcast, hit that subscribe button, hit like on all the videos. What do we want you to comment this week? Go comment and try and spell out the armadillo sounds. Try and spell the armadillo sounds.
I like it.
That I just played for you. You can rewind it if you need to, but try and spell those. And then comment along with everything. I like Mikey P. I like Abby in there. I see them all. Todd Voss are always commenting. They're the top commenters for sure.
I feel like YouTube's going to take down all the comments because it thinks it's just going to be computer bot generated. Comment the best way to kill an armadillo.
But don't say the K word because that'll get us flagged. Don't do that. But yeah, youtube.com/Pass the Gravy Podcast. Give us a subscribe, share us with a friend, and it would really help us out a lot. All right. Our first question this week is from Raimundo Benavides at Kmundo B. He says, when are the PTG tattoos happening? Great question, Raimundo. Pat, the floor is yours.
I don't know. Last time I threw out a weekend, we both ended up not being able to do it.
Well,
think about, okay, so you remember when Game of Thrones first came out and they kept talking about the dragons and everyone was excited for the dragons. And the dragons kept not showing up and they were like, dude, the dragons are coming. The tattoos are coming.
well, there's a
And when they get here, they're going to be spectacular.
Tessa G writes in a lot to the podcast. She's a very active listener and viewer in Austin, and she sent me a text yesterday. It was like, "Hey, weird question, but can you draw or just write out Pass the Gravy or PTG Gravy Gang on a piece of paper and send it to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? What's up?" And she was
just flexing on me now.
She was like, "Well, I was gonna get a tattoo." And I was like, that's fucking sick. Somebody get a tattoo of my handwriting? Like, that's awesome. But if 2 people get a Pass the Gravy tattoo before we have gotten them, like, that was the rule, is like we were going to get them, and then you lost the bet, so then you had to take care of all of that. And then I would have already gotten one when David got it, but you lost the bet, so then it was on you. So we both had to go, what's up? And I'm also, like, kind of down to get, like, 3 other tattoos. I already got ideas. I'm ready to just, like, this arm, this right arm, done. I'm getting tats on it.
You're going to get sleeved up?
Not sleeved. I'm just going to get a bunch of tattoos. I want to get, like, a thing for my daughter. No, it's not like going to be like a whole, like, theme. I just want to get a thing for my daughter. I want to get a Blink-182 thing. And then I want to get the PTG logo. And then I'm going to have another daughter, so then I'm going to probably have to put...
So that's basically a half sleeve already.
Not a sleeve, though. A sleeve is like, it's like a whole themed thing. It's just a bunch of tattoos.
Dude, so many sleeves are not themed. It's just they keep getting so many tattoos. They just eventually
turn it into
all
a sleeve.
big thing.
Maybe I'm not going to go all the way up the arm, though.
That's what I said, half sleeve.
I don't have, like, a bicep, so, like, I can't really...
I know, I can see that.
Robert,
I'm
on the
deflecting.
video...
I'm deflecting it off.
On the video, can you, like, make it look like my biceps are just jacked? Can you like Photoshop it? Like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I'll do
Just,
that.
But like really shitty, so
Like
that you're obviously
pythons.
just like pulling out the sides. Everything around it is
make
wavy.
look like I got some fucking pythons. Let's put Arnold Schwarzenegger's arm where my arm is.
I don't know, man. It'll fucking happen. I don't know. We both suck at.
We need to do it
It's
soon.
my fault the most.
This is 2 years ago. It was
Yeah.
a football season bet. We've already had another football season come and go in that whole time.
I know.
I was not a father. I'm a father now. I'm about to be a father of 2 in that time span.
God damn it. We got to find a weekend soon.
Wars have started in the time. The Ukraine war wasn't even going on.
Got to just
9/11 was it was fresh. 9/11 basically just happened before that.
I swear to God, I'm not like actively trying to put this off to not pay the bet. I'm just a lazy piece of shit that doesn't.
But we do remember
Think
like
about
there was
it.
a time where
I only think about it when I'm right here, and then I forget again.
there was a time where I like got Pat a jersey bet the year before, and I lost, and I was like, oh yeah, what you want Jonathan Van Ness? Okay. I got you the jersey, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? And it was like after week 1, and I was getting a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Huh.
dude, if you had gotten that to me on time, we would have gotten the fucking tattoos already.
No, we wouldn't
but
have.
It was so
No, we wouldn't have.
disrespectful of you.
No, you
to
wouldn't
wait
have.
until,
Okay,
like,
well,
week
so you made
30.
me wait 2 years?
Yeah, that's a valid.
David Ruiz, whose wife just forgot his lunch, is sitting there like, when are these fuck faces getting a tattoo? Tessa, the second you get it, Pat is on the hook. He's got it immediately. Like that day, we'll go and get it done. You have to. You have to leave work. Go get it done.
The
And
cool
I'll be
thing
like,
is,
babe, can't put the kid to bed.
as long as
I
somebody
gotta
else is
fucking
there,
get a tat.
I can almost always leave work.
I'm just saying. Great question, Raimundo. So Pat, what is your answer?
The tattoos are coming.
Not a great answer. They have been.
I
for
didn't say it was going to be a
however
good one. You just asked for an answer.
He's deferring. He's just dodging the question. But okay, you guys know who we're working with here. As long as everybody knows. As long as everybody
Hey,
knows.
at least I'm consistently a piece of shit.
Where are you gonna get yours?
Probably here. I was thinking,
Thigh.
like, you know, one of those ones that when I wear the Hoochie Daddy swim trunks, it pokes out the bottom just a little bit. And then people will be like, what's that? And it gives me an excuse to pull it up and then show them the bottom of my ball sack.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't have
Either that or on the
for-
butt cheek. But see, I don't think I can do butt cheek. I always thought that would be a funny spot, but I have no ass. I have Hank Hill ass.
I got a butt cheek tat.
Plus, I spend a lot of time on the toilet, so like that could be a
Yeah.
problem.
Doesn't do as much wear and tear as you'd think, though. It's toilet seats.
Still, I don't know. Either here or calf, maybe. I don't know. I got good calves. They're just very pale.
All right, if we don't get it done in a month, he has to get a face tattoo of it. I think that's a fair caveat to add, right, Robert?
I think so too.
All
Can't
right.
just add things to a
You
bed.
have a month.
And he has to
2 years
raise
later.
chickens.
All right, yeah. Then you have to do.
Fuck you and
or
your
you have to grab
chickens.
2 cops' guns,
Gotta grab his gun and his dick at the same time.
both. So it's a sexual assault and grabbing an officer's weapon.
But here's the thing: if I grab his dick and his gun at the same time, he's more likely to reach for the dick than the gun, just out of reaction.
right, but his partner
So
might
then I
not
can-
care, and you might be.
But then when he
it's a
reaches for that, I
problem.
pull away. I go here's back. It was nothing serious. It was just a thing. Okay, I gave you a gun right back.
So 4th of July. By 4th of July, dude, fuck, you're gonna have to get a face tattoo if you don't get this done.
Am I?
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't ever do any parts of his bets that he does. Hasn't grabbed a cop's gun. Hasn't done any of these things.
I've
ate
paid
waffles.
up- Yeah, I ate my waffles, and you can't say I
You
never
did the
do
food one.
Your
it. The easiest one to do.
your Paco
What?
instead of taco.
Is that a thing we did sometime? I don't remember.
Know what taco stands for? You know what taco stands for?
Fucking taco?
Trump always chickens out.
Oh, and
That's what it stands for?
Yeah.
Is that why they call him taco?
Yes.
I've never even heard him be called taco.
Rod watches The View after. I think like I don't know why he watches The View after the show's over, but they always refer to him as Taco or whatever now, Taco Bell or whatever. And I'm like, all right.
I think it's so
Trump
lame.
always chickens out.
Trump always chickens out. I think it's so lame, but I think it's the perfect thing to get under his skin.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I like it's like when Bush would do like he'd say Saddam Hussein, and it was like he's like that's not my name. My name is Saddam. Which is probably how he sounded. I'm sure that's
Like,
how
well, you
Saddam
tried to
sounded.
kill my
It's like,
dad, so you're Saddam.
Hey, look, Saddam.
So
We're
now
gonna
I'm
send a
saying,
nuclear war.
now I'm saying you're Paco. Pat always chickens out.
Pat always chickens out.
God damn it.
All right. No, definitely no one comment Paco, and definitely don't refer to Pat.
Yeah, don't call me Paco. That's not a sick fucking
Pat,
nickname
not-
that I actually like a
But
lot.
then explain why you're calling him that. So when everybody's like, cool name, like, actually, it's because Pat always chickens out.
Yo soy Paco.
Make it, hey,
Kinda sick
dude,
nickname.
you could be a MATA leader. Make America tattoo again.
I could.
Or in the first place. I don't know. Yeah. That's the answer to your question. It is that Pat doesn't have an answer, but now we've given him 1 month to face tattoo. Paco.
God, we're 1 month from our country's birthday.
Yeah.
America.
And having tattoos.
Can't wait to have sushi.
Possibly on your face. All right. Next one this is from Jake Parrish. Jake Parrish writes in and says, how do couples decide which side of the bed is theirs? Is it instinct, or do you literally just pick a side? What if you both want the same side? Is me overthinking the reason that I'm single?
I think it's whoever goes to sleep first. And then that first day when you guys are to
I think
get into bed.
You're like the least qualified guy here.
I'm just saying that's what it could be.
Robert, as somebody that sleeps with your partner every night and shares a bed with your partner, how did you guys decide? Because my logic was, I'm the guy, I sleep next to the door or closest to the door, because then shit goes down. I'm like, I got this, babe.
Oh,
and then I
interesting.
scaredly go out there and, who is it? Like that was my logic, because we moved. So we've switched sides of the bed before. A lot of couples I know like don't switch sides ever. But like we lived one place and the door is on one side of the bed and I was on the left side. And then the next two places we lived, I was on the right side because the door is closest to that. And now I'm back on the left side, which is closest to the door. How did you guys pick? Or did it just like, this is where I am, this is where you are?
Yeah, I always give Sam, whether it's at home or hotel or whatever, the side that's closest to the bathroom door.
Okay.
Yeah, so she can just get to the bathroom quicker. She'll get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom more frequently than I do, and just so it's quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, at our place, if you're looking at the bed, she's on the left.
But have you switched sides before? I guess this is the only place you have lived together, huh?
Yeah, but
Can't
like
switch sides.
I
You
have.
can't do that.
I've switched sides twice.
What?
Honestly, not that big a deal. Like once you've established a side, like when you move somewhere, you're like, my shit's on this side. That's what I do. Like it'd be crazy if she was like, I want to sleep on this side. Like, what are you doing? But like when we move, it's like that's fair game. Go to a hotel, I just take whatever side is closest to the door, which I guess is the bathroom door. But I've always just been like, I don't know, shit goes down. I'd rather die first.
I've always slept on the right side. I've never thought about it. And it's
Yeah, of
almost
course he
never
has.
facing. I just
Always
roll,
leans right.
I roll to the right, and I'm fat. Also, at this point, I've had this mattress for so many years. I think if I tried to sleep on the, well, it's stage right. Like if you're looking at it, I'm on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But if I tried to sleep on the other side, it's probably like 3 inches higher,
Because I'm on
just because I've
my
indented my
right
mattress for
side
so many
now.
years.
But yeah, that's I mean, I think you worrying about this question, Jake. I think you were all right, Jake. All right, Jake. It's like Training Day. Get it? I watched Training Day. It was,
I didn't know you like to get wet, Jake.
yeah, I think you overthinking it could be one of the reasons you're still single. This isn't something you got to really worry about when you're trying to get into a relationship. And I don't really know couples that fight over it.
I think the real answer is just the woman gets whatever side she wants.
That's
and
pretty
then
much
you
what-
fucking, you
yeah.
just fall asleep on the other side.
Like, my wife was like, I want that stuff. Like, yeah, you got it. But like,
I'm playing footsie with Robert over here by accident.
yeah, I've always just gone to the side of with the door because I thought that's what like I was supposed to do.
No, that is true.
So I get shot first.
Yeah.
Hero.
It's like walking with her on the street. You got to be on street side.
I die a hero's death. Big of me. A lot of people might not say that, but
Dude.
I would say that.
Next level, get a Kevlar comforter.
Yeah.
So if somebody does, you can block all those bullets like that real
Yep.
quick.
yeah. I
Also,
do that.
it's basically a weighted blanket.
It's a cheap way, more expensive weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Much more expensive. But Robert does the bathroom door. So I guess there's all kinds of different ways that couples do it. I am sure that sometimes it is just like, I want that side. But yeah, that's how at least we choose sides of the bed. Good question, Jake. Good job getting wet, Jake.
My dad sleeps on the far side from the door. He doesn't give a shit.
I think my dad does now too.
And thinking about it, like in my head, every house I can remember, I'm pretty sure my dad's always been farther away from the door. He's like, no, you can fucking shoot her all you want.
You should text
You
your
have 4
mom.
kids.
You should text your mom, Alex. Like, do you think dad sleeps on the other side of the bed because he doesn't want to protect you?
I'm not gonna text my mom that.
I am totally going to text my mom that.
Do that then.
Like, yeah, he's a dick.
See if she gets back to you. All right. Next question. Great question, Jake. Thanks for writing in, and hopefully we hear from you again soon, buddy. Appreciate you joining the Gravy Gang. Abby Givens writes in. She's at Abby Givens 17 on X, and she says, "Are pistachio shells wood?"
I don't know what else they would be.
They are wood. They have to be.
It's prepubescent wood.
It's just like, yeah, it's wood.
Just
Like-
kind of.
Like
I know.
walnut, like wood is made of walnut, right?
I think so.
Wood is made of oak, and there's little things that fall off of oak trees, right? So yeah,
I mean,
you could probably
the
build
easiest
with
way to think
pistachio
about
shells.
it, if you've ever felt a sunflower seed or pistachio shell, anything like that, like, what's the closest to what that would be? Wood.
It's wood. Yeah, pistachio shells are wood.
Pistachio shells are hard, dude. You could definitely build shit out of that. That's definitely wood.
You know what you could build?
It's kind of fibrous, but that'll work.
What if we made like a bunch of really big pistache trays,
Out of pistachio.
and then
Bro, we'd sell so many on Etsy.
double decker roof company, top roof. It's just gotta have shade. That doesn't have to be the one that's protecting the house necessarily. It's gotta have a little shade.
Well, you also have to be able to stand on it, so shell's not a good idea for that.
Just put a bunch together. No, that's the top roof. Just put a bunch of shells, thousands of shells, millions.
But
of
you still have to
shells.
stand on it.
Nah, dude.
Wait, are you putting a roof on top of the second layer of the roof? That's a triple roof.
Well, that's the premium package.
Yeah, you gotta have double roof for a couple years before you can even
But
think
then,
about.
but then
triple
we
roof.
make like, oh, did you want the pistachio roof, which is the third tier you could get? That's gonna cost you. That's the gold package you want to get.
Once you get up to the third tier, also you get a spiral slide that goes down to the first.
Yeah, after you get that, after you
Yeah.
get the gold tier, that's a freebie. We throw that
Or-
in, which is also made out
Or
of
fireman's pole, your choice.
which is also made out of pistachio shells somehow. Well, I'm not in R&D. I'm the ideas guy. All right, we're gonna let R&D decide that. We'll send it to Gravy Tech. They'll work on it. Yeah, pistachio shells are wood, like because you can buy stuff out of walnut, and walnuts are basically just bigger pistachios, kind of.
It's 100%.
It's wood. It's wood. Great question, Abby. Great question. Alex O. He's at Alex McThunder1 on X, and he writes in and says, "Power rank these McDonald's items." This is a really good one. All right. He gives us 5 different McDonald's orders. He gives us the McRib, McFlurry, McNuggets, McGriddles, and Filet-O-Fish. Robert.
Number 5, Filet-O-Fish.
Correct.
Number 4, McRib.
Okay.
Number 3, McGriddles. Number 2, McFlurry. Number 1, McNuggets.
I'll go next.
All right.
5 is Filet-O-Fish. Fast food fish doesn't belong in this country. We don't need that. We don't need that. McFlurry is 4. Ice cream's awesome, but like it's broken half the time, I feel like. And I've had like 5 or 6 in my life, maybe.
I've never ordered a McFlurry and not been able to get a McFlurry.
Well,
I've never encountered the broken.
I usually just don't get them
McDonald's
very often. 3 is McRib. Yeah, maybe it's not the greatest thing ever made, but like the fact that it's seasonal, I just want it. When like the McRib is back, I'm like, okay, I'll eat a McRib. Sometimes they bring them up to the station to promote it, and I'm like, oh, I'll fuck with the McRib. I'm not gonna go crazy for it. I'll fuck with it just because it's seasonal. And then 2 is McGriddles. Could have very well been number 1. McNuggets are just so dominant. Like when you go and just crush the McNuggets, nothing's wrong with that. McGriddles though are one of the greatest inventions of humankind. Where like they're like, what if we had a pancake, but the syrup was already in the pancake, so then you didn't have to get the top of the pancake all messy. We just put it inside, and then what if we had sausage in there too, and then the egg, and we just put it all together. You're like sweet, savory, and I get it all. Get it all. It's fantastic. It's just like the McNuggets are like, it's like McDonald's fries, you know?
Mm-hmm.
McNuggets, fries, Big Macs, those would have probably beat it up, but McGriddles just hats off to McDonald's for the McGriddles. So I go McNuggets, McGriddles, McRib, McFlurry, and Filet-O-Fish.
All right, number 5 is the McRib. It is the single most overrated piece of food in the history of America. I don't even think it's
I
bad.
think it's rated absolutely perfectly for where it is.
No,
half the
'cause
country
so
hates
many-
it, and the other half likes it.
The people that hate it are wrong too. It's not bad.
It's a yoga mat.
It's just-
you're just eating a yoga
It's
mat
bland
with
and it's
barbecue.
nothing, and people freak out. I get it, like, because it comes back like once every year and a half, 2 years,
But
or is it
it's-
once a year? I get it like once
it's in
every
a cool
3,
long
4
bun.
years.
It's got a pickle on it.
Every couple
cool
of times
box.
it comes back, I'll try it again. It's like every third time it comes back, I'll try it again, and every time I'm like, yeah, this is still the most unimpressive fast food thing of all time.
But you get excited, and it gets the
I don't get
juices
excited
flowing.
because it's not that good. And I'll tell you what's even better than it tastes better and is better. Number 4 is the fillet of fish.
Disagree.
I understand everyone's hesitancy towards it. I haven't had one in years, but I remember years ago I finally got one. I was like, I have to at least try this, and I was like, that's fucking good. That is a good sandwich. It tastes good. What are the little tartar sauce or whatever the fuck they put on it? That shit is delicious. I fully understand though not wanting to get fish from fast food.
Yeah.
Long John Silver's is delicious though. I will
Disgusting.
stand on that.
Disgusting.
So that's number 4. 3 is the McFlurry. McFlurry's. This is where shit gets good,
I mean, it's just ice cream.
but it's really good. You get like M&Ms in there.
No,
or
but that's what I'm
Snickers
saying.
or-
Like, it's hard to hit on ice cream.
I mean, Butterfinger. You get the Butterfinger McFlurry, and it's
And
orgasmic.
the cool thing is the straw that they give you, which I don't know why they give you that. They're the spoon,
It's like a spoon straw,
but it's not a straw. Like,
but
can't
you
really-
always think it is.
yeah, because it's got the opening in it. You're like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do with this? And
I've
it's
never
just like a
understood
square. It makes no sense, but you feel cool holding it. Like that's, but it's
because
ice
it's got
cream.
it's got some big, so you can really claw down
Yeah.
into that ice cream. But the McFlurry is absolutely delicious. Yeah, 2 McGriddles is quite possibly the most perfect fast food sandwich of all time.
Yeah,
It's everything about it works. It's consistently great every single fucking time.
mm-hmm.
But nothing beats the nuggies.
yeah.
Dude,
Like,
back when we were in college and a 20 pack of nuggies was $5, that was the perfect, I'm driving home for the weekend. I need something to fill me for the next 2.5, 3 hours of this drive. Nuggies.
yeah. Like if anybody's ever like, "Yo, dude, I got some McNuggets. You want some?" Absolutely. Every time I'm gonna take that.
Did you guys ever have the spicy McNuggets? Those are they also come back every now
I
and
have
then.
not.
I really like
Good
those.
stuff?
I really like those.
Next time I see him, I'll have to give him a try.
This is a good power ranking, though. Great thinking, and Alex O carrying the power ranking, the whole power ranking thing this year. All right, you're crushing it, buddy. Good job. Keep up the good work. Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713 says, "What is the female version of teabagging?"
Coffee grinding.
Bean dipping.
I don't hate that. I like coffee grinding. I also had twat tickling on there.
I like bean dipping.
The roast beef rub down.
But you're literally bean dipping.
I mean, I don't think anything's going to be bean dipping. That's pretty goddamn perfect. Something about the alliteration has me, though.
I'm gonna
But-
bean,
but-
I'm gonna
no, I
bean
did
dip
bean
you.
dip.
Like that sounds like something somebody would say.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not.
I'm a teabag-
not
I'm a bean
teabagging
dip
you
you.
in a video game. It's a chick voice. She's like, you're getting bean dipped, bitch. You're like, God damn it, that's good. Bean
The,
dipping.
the correct answer would be face sitting. But that's another thing. Robert looked that up.
No, you got to give it a fun name, though. So it's got to
yeah,
be bean dip.
I like bean dip.
It's perfect.
Bean dipping would be. What was yours again, Robert? Coffee
I
grinding.
said coffee grinding. But I like bean dip.
I like coffee grinding too. That's funny.
Yeah, but also when you're doing the tea bag, you're not really grinding it. You're just kind of dropping it on them.
Yeah, that's where you're dipping that bean.
Bean dip. Perfect.
Bean dipping. All right. Great question.
Babe, you know what I want for dinner tonight? Let's get some bean dip.
I go for some bean dip, babe. Come on over here. Get your sexy ass over here. All right. Last question of the week is from Mikey Paulette. It's just Mikey P on X, and he says, "Why aren't there dinosaur ghosts?" Well, there are.
Yeah, it's just when it's that big, you don't see it as an apparition in your hallway. It's floating through the entire fucking building.
Close.
Okay.
Dinosaur ghosts only appear to dinosaurs. Like we only see human ghosts, you know? Like we only see ghosts of other humans. Dogs probably see ghosts of other dogs. Armadillos probably see armadillo ghosts. You know, like dinosaurs aren't here, so there's nobody that's seeing a dinosaur ghost. Maybe sharks,
Maybe
gators.
like CO2 emissions are the ghosts because they turned into oil. We burn the oil. They come out as exhaust. Exhausts are dinosaurs' ghosts.
They're sort of dinosaur ghosts. I just think that we don't see dinosaur ghosts.
Ghost dinosaur seems like it's like a sci-fi channel movie.
Yeah. That would be like a weird Jurassic Park spin that they did on it. Like the dinosaurs that died in Island Nublar's volcanic explosion. They're back with a vengeance.
And they're spooky.
It's a spooky raptor. No! They're working in packs! But they can't get you. They just can go through you.
You just get jump scared a lot, like, oh, raptor! And
Fucking
it like
stop,
just jumps through your
stop.
body. It's just chomping next to you. Like, all right, now this is getting annoying.
All
'cause
right.
You can't hurt me.
Look, clever girl. You're a little too transparent now, all right? You can't do any of this. So yeah.
The real answer is because there's no ghosts.
That, but also like dinosaurs see dinosaur ghosts. So like we aren't able to see them.
So like really it's just birds and
Dude,
alligators and crocodiles see dinosaur ghosts.
That's actually why birds always
Sharks.
fly and are up like perched up on trees and shit. They're terrified of dinosaur ghosts. They're like, if I go up here, the dinosaur ghost can't get me.
Also, maybe that's why alligators and crocodiles are so angry all the time is because they're scared because they're fucking seeing giant ghosts
They're
everywhere.
seeing ghosts at night. Yeah. Alligators hang out in a bunch of like spooky swamps all the time.
You think great white sharks are hopping out of the ocean because they're hunting? No, they got spooked by a dinosaur ghost in the ocean and they fucking jumped out of the water.
They think a surfer is like an Allosaurus ghost or something. Like, no, not again. They try and go snap at it and they miss, but they do like, oh shit, you're a human. I'm so sorry. I'm a shark. I can't say words, so I don't know how to explain this to you. And now I'm victimized, or now I'm villainized. Excuse me. That's what I like.
Does that answer your question?
That's what I'd like to think. But that's why there's not dinosaur. There are dinosaur ghosts. Great questions, everybody. At Pass Great Pod, use the hashtag PTG Answers.
I have one more question.
Oh, you got one more?
I have one more question.
Okay.
Should we start over, considering the awkward start at the beginning? Is it too late to start over?
Nah, leave it in there.
We'll leave it in there?
That's what we
Okay.
do here. That's what we do here, dude.
I don't know. That feels a little half-assed. I think we should do it all over again.
You want to just do the whole? What do we got?
Hold on, I'll think of
150?
something. I'll think of something to add to the
We'll
pre-com
burn. Look,
so we
let's
can do
just
an even
burn all this stuff. Restart.
Is that the delete button?
No, I think if you know this podcast, you know that we're real. We're a real podcast. Sometimes we fuck up. I didn't know. I didn't know that.
I mean, when
there
you have a
wasn't music
guest on the
coming in.
podcast, something weird's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
sorry.
at the
This
beginning.
doesn't
You
always
get
happen,
footage.
Pat. Sometimes we have a little mishap in the studio, but I think that people are gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then what do we talk about? Feet and working out and spit roasting. Yeah, leave that in there. Leave that all in there. Let's wrap it up. Well, we're at Pass a Great Pod on all socials. Give us a follow, like all of our stuff, share all of our stuff. Even on TikTok, go comment on it, help us show up higher in the algorithm. Fight with the haters on there. Now I think there's just bots that are like, not everybody needs a podcast. I'm like, fuck you, dude. We get a couple of those a week. I don't care. Whatever. Don't watch us. Don't watch us. But I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Let's wrap it up by doing a random celebrity generator or random celebrity person. I'm gonna go with my usual. I'm gonna go Matthew McConaughey.
You know what? He's got his show coming out tonight, the new golf show. So I'm going to go with Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
I'm gonna go Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Pervert.
Matthew McConaughey. Owen Wilson or feminist.
Damn, I
Denzel
almost said Mads
Washington.
Mikkelsen.
We were talking about Training Day too. Denzel Washington, Johnny Cash, Mads Mikkelsen, Renee Lacoste, Burt Lancaster, Jim Thorpe, Katharine Hepburn.
Is that a fucking baseball
Jimmy
picture
Carter.
of Jim Thorpe?
Yeah.
That was Babe Ruth.
He played all the sports, but he's more known for football. They choose a baseball
All
picture.
right. Jenna Ortega,
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, and Matty McConaughey. Patrick Swayze, Roger Federer, Dakota Fanning, Kim Basinger, Elvis Presley, Bobby Orr, Jennifer Aniston. All right, last one.
One more.
Deion Sanders, Ben Kingsley, Alice Marble, Cy Young, Ava Gardner, John Wayne, Javier Bardem, and the band.
Damn.
Didn't get it.
Almost had it.
Didn't get it. Should have gone Denzel. But all right, love you guys. Please share us with a friend. That's the best way to help grow the podcast. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us this week. We'll talk to you this time next week. Until then, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get